as we seem to be once again alive upon the internet on a very creaky chair. The creakiest of all chairs. Let me double check that everything's working. Am I getting audio out of this thing? Should be. Looks like it. Oh, and hello there, Spoon. As indeed, first you take first post on this thing. This ain't no division. It's break vision. The die point. Like, what's a Ghost Recon? As yeah, let's connecting. As yeah, for today, for Thursdays going forward, as I alluded to with a few streams and said so, gonna mess around with some other games on Thursdays. Just a little bit of variation. Try my hand at some other stuff. Talk about some other stuff. Play some other stuff with some other people. Sometimes games that I know well, like this one. Because I have 3 hours played on this. Turns out, as well, at least on this character, it's my only character, so 3 hours played. So I'm gonna jump in here, mess around. Yeah, actually, you're completely correct, as I should do that. As category, of course, is incorrect. How do I even check? I do that like that, of course. Thanks for pointing that. Breakpoint. I did change the title. I didn't change the category. That should have fixed it. Yeah. The category has yeah, about as many viewers as usually some of the better Division 2 streams.
You ever see yourself doing that?
But that's fine. I'm in here to mess around a little bit with some messing about stuff. I usually see a few names here that I haven't seen around in a while. Oh, as well, I see a name there that is on my friends list, of course. But yeah, around this table it shows people that you have on your friends list or recommended. As I have a few that are on my friends list and a few that very much aren't, but have played with in the past. As I kind of have to refamiliarize myself with how this thing works. I played an hour or so, today, afternoon actually. Wasn't yesterday. It was early in the morning today before I went and did some stuff. Yeah, indeed. It just shows people, because yeah, also linebacker is an old clanmate of mine who's not on my friends list, so it's interesting that they pulled it. But yeah, Daida is on my friends list. These other two I don't feel I know, or at least I don't remember specifically. And yeah, one of while I was like, I'll go play this, one of the things that is very much the case here is that I've done the entire game already. There really isn't much available to do except to replay some stuff. Like, I don't have anything to progress. But just for starting out, there are always these dailies available, which I'm trying to... some over there, some over here. As I'll be fumbling with key presses a lot as well. Because yeah, that's always not having played the game for a while. Even though I'm pretty familiar with it, sometimes the more rare stuff. As yeah, let's go and just hit some stuff over here, and I'll just ramble. Ramble along the way. Doesn't want to highlight this thing, annoyingly. Yeah, let's go to this bivouac bivouac. I never knew how to pronounce this thing. I always just said bivouac, but I'm not actually sure if that is like an actual
All right, let's go.
bivouac. Bivouac. This thing. As we're deploying it. And yeah, hey there, snakes. And indeed, on Thursdays, I'm gonna mess about with just playing some other games. Sometimes, yeah. Just to have a little bit of a filler. I'm gonna hit the preparations here. I'll take accuracy. Not that any of the weapons I'll be using kind of need it, but I'll be using SMGs often, and they benefit a little bit from that. Gee, how full up on anything am I? Okay. I have been cleaned up before before leaving last time. As I have nothing to sell or anything. And yeah, one of the nice things here is I actually get to choose the time of day. So I'm gonna set it to morning. I'll have this little animation play, which is always kind of cool, of course, in all the games that have this. GTA's one is as well. Very, very cool looking always. As we're headed over there. As it goes, Breakpoint was a weird one, a little bit. It's interesting that my difficulty isn't set to where I don't have the red spots on the map. Is that on the minimap where it has those like red markers or like red blood splodges? That means there's enemies there. On higher difficulties, those get turned off. Just to like realign myself a little bit. Just again, and this was changed. As I'm playing the gear score version of the game mostly because I played it mostly in the gear score version. So there's basically two game modes nowadays, and that is that you have gear score and you have basically like an immersive mode. In gear score, you have gear score. Gear drops with gear score, and you just try to get as high as possible, basically. And in immersive mode, all of that stuff is gone because, yeah, a lot of people did not like that. I kind of did, actually, because I don't mind that progression kind of thing. Yeah. How did this work? Yeah. PV?
Fuck is that?
Ah. As I had forgotten how to do prone camo, and this Azrael spotted us. As one thing I can do kind of is there it goes. But it spotted us already. And that we get spotted by those things. These guys spawn, which is wolves, which is like agents or hunters or something, or well, rogues, maybe more akin to rogues of this game. But they're not as bad as rogues because this game very much isn't one that is difficult. First of all, although you can set difficulty high. I have the difficulty down low now. I don't actually remember why I have it low, but actually it's good for now just to get reacquainted with the game, because I would have died there if there was on veteran. Like 3-4 shots will kill you.
Could have used it.
So that's it. We'll get our wildlife protein there. Well, I mean, the game is always there. You can always go back. I always quite enjoy once in a while going back. I don't actually even remember what icon that is and what my specialization now is. Basically, in this game as well, you have 6 specializations basically. Each of them does a little bit of a different thing. I see loot. I'm gonna go grab loot because I am, even in this game as well, I'm a loot goblin, of course. Even though the only thing I really have left to do is to get a few things off of the shop still. That's the only thing I'm missing is a few of the shop items.
I'll find a way to link up later.
Like literally like 200k's worth or something. One of the things that I always have with this game, and actually, oh, there are no batteries in this thing. Actually, I download this because it's way too light. Oh no, there are batteries in this. Never mind. It is way too light, but it has batteries. So it's very light batteries because of controller for flying and stuff and driving. I do use controller for that because it feels better. Especially driving feels a lot better, I feel, on controller. And I've been very used to it, especially in GTA 4, which I played quite a bit. Actually, even Wildlands. Those things are always very annoying. So I'll set up a sync shot. Hopefully they don't spot me here.
Prepared to fire. Target identified.
That's it. It's on super low difficulty, so I'll bump it up in a little bit. But let me. I say these guys do this, which yeah, as you can imagine, is is good practice for how to shoot. As actually is, does he have any friends? Okay. As it, those guys got spooked a little bit, but they have intel that we could grab. But actually, I'll just take them out. Well, actually, in these easier difficulties, they don't actually die right away, so you can still go and grab them. Forgot about that. As you can go up and grab them and then interrogate.
Or I'll rough you up.
You've heard it all. I swear it. That's everything I know.
That's everything he knows. As I, those two guys are still bleeding out, although they'll bleed out because we've gotten the intel now, which was always a little bit weird.
I got eyes on an enemy chopper.
Go back to my chopper. If you're not running and stuff, they don't spot you that easily. As I'll
Take the ride.
push in, and I'll just do some random stuff here. So this is an elite mission. Let's go to that one, even if it is on this lower difficulty. No, because I'm leaving my teammates behind, of course, but they'll warp to me in a second. I'm going the wrong way. I'm heading north. I don't know which one of those two it is. It is the one on that side. Hello, Muddy. I go to the general. I'm close if you're interested in joining. No, indeed, if anybody has this game on PC, of course, as well, and is interested maybe in it, yeah, we could get a group going. Maybe do some of the missions, replays of the missions, basically. So that's gonna be fun sometimes. And well, we'll just spend some time in here, just messing about. One of the things, so in here, one of the reasons I also like the gear system more, or I've used it too much and I can't step away from it anymore, is I have items. So there is automatic marking in this game that you can get points into. I have 65 meters, I think, of automatic marking. So even if it's in higher difficulties or in the raids, this game has raids, where your
Okay, let me see
HUD
what we
is
got.
definitely turned off, basically. You still have that you spot basically everything within range. Because yeah, here for instance, one of my allies has this skill, as you have 3 NPC allies basically, or you can have 3 NPC allies. And one of them has this like pulsing mechanic, which should seem familiar to anybody that has played any division ever. And yeah, so that guy with the with the with that icon above him, like a sirenish or Wi-Fi icon kind of thing, they'll call in backup. So they're usually the target to take out right away. And actually, this camp seems very exposed. So I'm just gonna go over here, find a decent position to take out that guy and that turret, and then we'll
I'll size him up.
just engage this.
We'll get a much better look at them.
As actually, I'll mark that one. I'll mark that sniper.
Ready, boss.
Don't see anything other specific. Ah, sure. I'll do that. I'll let them shoot that one as well. Is that these turrets? If you shoot them where I'm aiming, they basically die very easily. And
Clear of our presence. Quiet. They know we're here.
they haven't even spotted me yet. As I kind of like the sniping in this game. It's especially with this SVD. It's kind of like the Aces sniping of Division. I don't know what that guy was standing there for. And yeah, let's mark that one, mark that one. And especially like playing it kind of PvE-ish is, yeah, you can mark a lot of stuff and then just have your allies finish them off.
Good hits.
Not even expose yourself, because yeah, that's kind of the cheesy way of doing it, especially on higher difficulties, is just letting your allies come off of the cooldown of marking stuff and then just using them basically. Oh. Although of course you can turn off your AI teammates, but I like having them. Although they added those in later, much later. Version 2 was dealing away MP5 further. Oh, yes. See, let me get you in. Indeed. Let's. Do I have you on my friends list? On my main account? I believe I do, right? Actually, yeah, I saw you come online, so. Can I invite you from here? I can invite you from here. Is it somewhere else where this? Oh, actually, yeah. It is showing you here, I think. I did it from the social menu in the end. And yeah, when a teammate comes in, an ally comes in, we lose the... actually, yeah, we do, right? We lose all of the NPCs. Oh, and Toasty as well is gear score 300, which means he's done the raids. Which, yeah, the game has raids, which are quite fun, actually. I kind of enjoy them. They're very much not in line with the rest of the game, with having enemies that are basically big robots that you fight in several ways. As we investigate and locate the drone. And that usually marks it right away, but it didn't there, so. But yeah, let's as also here actually. One of the annoying things with the game as well is it puts allies. It doesn't put them in Division. You warp and you just land on your allies right on top of them. In here, it puts you in like 100, 200 meter range. So, here we have Toasty coming in with golden weapons. I see. As it is. I believe yeah, gold is one from one of the raids, right? That you get. As actually, I totally had forgotten that. Yeah, there's a chat thingy here. As yeah, I've had the same as I played a little bit for an hour or so earlier, but it very much I had forgotten most of the controls. Although for most of the games, I do find the controls to be quite similar. So usually space is to go down, W is to go up for me. Yeah, I have a chopper nearby, so let's go head over there. And then we'll just go hit some stuff around here. I don't know if you have any mission stuff left, Toasty, because we could go do those, or we could just go do some replays of stuff. As I'll wait for Toasty to get in. And I believe on this chopper, Toasty has a minigun that he can fire. Or I may have taken the wrong chopper. No. There's the bird. Oh. Somebody short that shot. I'm trying to remember which one that specifically is, but I've played basically everything here. Oh, Motherland is like the Wildlands thing, right? Basically, I've finished that one indeed. But we could indeed go and do parts of those. As this is the handy thing with here, and of course one of the things you have here, which Division, in one of the early trailers, of course, this was one of the features as well that they kind of showed, but then didn't make it into the actual game. Is yeah, having drones and having the ability to spot stuff with them. Because yeah, usually what you want to do is either spot everything like this. Or there's also a class which gets one of those big drones, and you can use those to spot everything. There's also a convoy coming in. I see over there. As what is our objective here? Hack the drone. This is non-compliant. Oh, yeah, we need to hack something over there. So yeah, we kind of need to clear out all this. And yeah, I'm on lower difficulty, so they don't spot you right away. I'm quite used to actually like getting insta spotted, which is kind of how this game works. But yeah, having some kind of want to get those guys in. One thing I have as well from a DLC. Oh yeah, this thing. Active camo, which just makes you into an actual ghost of the recons. I have mine quite high upgraded. You like get a bad one and then you have to upgrade it slowly. But yeah, mine is pretty high upgraded, so I can walk around quite for a while in it, but it's also a little overkill. I'm gonna go after that reinforcements guy because we'd rather not have reinforcements. And also my gear is very much set up as stealth. So I'm more stealthy than I like most builds in this game would be. So I'm trying to find a way up. As well, actually, they're not looking my way. So what I'll do is actually sneak up to them. One of the more satisfying things in this game is this. Where you knife someone. Shank them. As it. There are melee killing where you can run up to an enemy and then just destroy them. We've likely actually cleared out most of the stuff here. There's a patrol coming back. I'm gonna blow up that thing just to have it blown up and not be active anymore. There's a car with enemies. That's the reinforcements that got called in. These 4 guys.
Go for the head.
Yeah, this game very much shows why a game like Division, and also, for instance, in the raids here, they do robots and stuff. Why that's kind of needed to like actually have a game, because in here what they mostly do is actually later on give enemies body armor and helmets and stuff, where you like have to do 2 shots or something to get the helmet off first before you can headshot them. And of course, Division does it differently by just going like, screw this, we're an MMO, we'll just do it our way. The tech in this area is very high tech because it's like a utopian technology land with all of these buildings being way too way too overtaught and stuff, which kind of makes this game a little bit more. I very much enjoyed the atmosphere in Wildlands of just being like in a third world country. This thing really isn't that. Those 2 already got the completion there actually while I was rambling on. Yeah, were you interested in doing some of the, because have you done the Motherland DLC? As I wait for chat to catch up, because otherwise we could go do some of that. Okay. Yeah, I've been coming in and out of it once in a while. Never knew that with the chat it like made it darker. That's actually annoying. Because I was thinking of maybe doing in this episode, because there are a few good missions that are maybe cool to show. I always forget like which one was which one. That's missing in action. That's not the one. Gotta go back one. There we go. It's kind of like with Wildlands, you can replay missions. As I'm trying to remember. Yeah, say thanks. That's the final one in there. Having a look through these names, because I remember some of these being pretty cool missions. I don't actually remember which one was which, but it's been a while. It's been quite a while. But maybe as well, actually, we could go and meet Sam Fisher. This one is very much with Sam Fisher as the thing of it. Let's see, which one is this one? Desert of the Wolves. Okay, I remember that one. But maybe let's go just maybe replay this mission. Some of the missions are like nice in how they've set them up and such. Because yeah, for the most part, it's an open world game. There's a lot of bases and stuff. but especially for some of the missions, they like set the bases up in specific ways. I'm actually gonna cancel this one because it's getting in my way. Just so we have one marker on the map. Yep, that's the wrong button. Right, so there only seems to be 2 enemies here. Don't remember if it was this one or it was a different one, but we'll see.
I've had it with this shit. You're not gonna find anything. How about you just stay alert?
Anyway, there's a loot like that.
Doesn't bode well for Van Dyke.
And
I need to find him.
it's about to shank him.
Whatever that I'm gonna go after it.
Upstairs. And one of the things with this game as well is always, how do we get upstairs? It's one of the questions that will always. Here we have some massacre going on. One of the cool things they actually did with, they don't do that in missions much, but they did do it in the raids, is that they put in clues and they didn't actually give you the answer. Or didn't give you a marker when you got them. You were supposed to basically just look at the clues and go like, oh, this person, like this place is likely this place, and then it's like overlooking this way. Like it would be like a picture, and it would be,
Van Dyke anywhere, though.
it would be like a treasure map search kind of thing, basically. Which was actually done very well.
That's what they're calling me.
But of course it was limited number of answers, and that meant that eventually like all of the answers were found. So it became like, oh, this thing is this thing, this thing is this thing. So I'm trying to climb up, but yeah, it's like a visual of like rolling hills and stuff. I mean, yeah. Ubisoft can do worlds decently well. Like even as well in, of course, like Watch Dogs and in Assassin's Creed and stuff. Toasty's found the bike, electric one, nice and quiet. Let's see. Wait. And hey there, first. We're running in, I see. The rate was ever different in urgency. Yeah, and also there was always a chest which was kind of randomized, especially in the first few weeks when we didn't all know where all of the chest locations were. It was actually a kind of a thing of like trying to go and find them. Of course, all of those things became like common knowledge after a while. As here we have one of the mechanics of the game, which is to base jump. And to base jump, you kind of need an edge that is kind of well defined, like this rock. And there's a button they've added for it, which is that one. And you can base jump down. And so there are enemies here. But yeah. They didn't see that.
Warn you again. She was innocent. She had nothing to do with this, nothing at all.
As I'll take B. Let's do this Ghost Recon-y. So if you take A, I'll take B. I'm doing that kind of stuff in Wildlands as well. Just like coordinating and stuff. Yeah, it was always fun,
It's all right. I'm not here to hurt
especially on some of the harder targets and stuff.
All this is my fault. Rhonda would still be alive if I hadn't. I'm
As,
so
that cutscene was not made for
killed her.
me wearing a cape.
Killed my wife.
you. That's not true.
No?
Your wife was protected.
Oh god.
There's a lot of...
Okay.
You know something that can take down... Tell me what you...
All my research is, but if you can get me there.
Lead the way.
Hey, you can skip per voice line, which is kind of handy. Let's see, where are we going? Pretty far, so we're taking a car. That guy warps in. Yeah, one of the things as well, they've added difficulties to the raids,
No matter what the project.
and I've always been interested in going back in, but yeah, most of the people I used to play with this game with no longer do, so it was always
A man approached with a job offer.
because yeah, I basically they added an easy mode and a hard mode
I'm an expert
later
on
on.
bee behavior. Know all about swarm psychology. How to recognize and
And I'd basically only done the normal variant, which is
Not until it was too late. The situation escalated. They attacked me. I didn't know
yeah,
what else
just the
to do.
normal one, the one that existed back when I did it. Because I'm unsure even what the function of the hard one is. Was it there? I went for the knee pads just so my shots didn't go out all the way to these guys. As I tried to take cover there, but in this game you just walk up to cover and just mash your face into it. Basically, you don't press a button. As yeah, we have a lot of people here, and a sniper on the up there. I'm gonna actually take out that sniper. He's not gonna be noticed by anybody else, most likely. The circle ones are civilians, so we don't want to shoot those. As, they did find the body, I think. So I'm just gonna start murdering. As that's kind of how it goes in this game quite often. Is they'll find the dead body somewhere that you've left behind, and then you don't specifically go loud right away, kind of, but you don't have to at least. Here they're not actually, they're alert, but they're not in combat, basically. Like, they're not even fully alert, they kind of just don't know what's happening. And then once you get spotted, one of the good things, the Well-Downs did this as well, which was very nice. Nicely done, basically. Oh, that's the guy that spotted the dead body. Is once it is in combat and you're actually spotted, so when they go like this dark orange or red, they become a lot more resistance to bullets. Like, they go from being like a one-shot kill to being a many-shot kill. No, we were supposed to follow that guy. We didn't. But while we're here, might as well loot. Because yeah, one of the last things I have basically to do in this game, oh, he's coming actually, is to buy the last few things in the shop. I only have like a few things left in the shop. Where is it going? Can I get there from here?
Research is here. The alarm will trigger when I start to wipe it. You'll need to cover me.
We need to keep him safe. I got a feeling, yeah, that we're gonna get assaulted. But yeah, they're coming out in the open.
You're going down, you sorry mother. Hey, come on, show yourself.
And yeah, having the spotting range that I do, if they get too close, they'll get spotted, which is yeah, kind of cheesy, but also kind of what I'm used to about this game by now. So I find it kind of hard to play without that. ability. Because yeah, in the immersive mode, or like the mode where you don't have gear score, you don't have those effects. We have a chopper coming in. Yes. That was a lucky shot. But I took out the pilot. I was kind of aiming for it, but yeah, that was pure luck. That was not good. Oh, and Toasty has found the minigun, which is the right choice.
It's at 90%. Not long now.
We're gonna run around and loot. Oh, this thing just spawned in. And yeah, one of the things, yeah, that Breakpoint had is it's like high-tech stuff. So these like droids and stuff exist, like these cars. And I don't think they fit well in it. Like Wildlands was so much better with just Unidad and stuff like that. Because that's also kind of one of the things that this game is missing in Wildlands. You had the Unidad mechanic, which was basically that there was a faction, the Unidad, which was basically like the government faction of that game. And what it had is that you would basically get, kind of like in GTA, you would get stars, and you would get just infinite waves coming after you. And you would just basically get worn down over time. So it became a thing of like, you could stay and fight Unidad for a little bit if you had a thing to do. But more often than not, it was more about just running away, just getting away from them, doing the thing you came to do, and then getting out and escaping. And Breakpoint doesn't have that, even though it has a faction that would be perfect for it, which is the Wolves. It doesn't have that mechanic. Like, if you get spotted and stuff, it doesn't, like, you don't get more and more waves. You'll just kill whatever's there. You'll get a few reinforcements, but once you kill that, like, the guy that calls reinforcements, you'll be safe.
How are you holding up?
Oh, and hey there, Wiener.
I just
Yeah, it's a weird sentence. I just now noticed.
make sure
Yeah,
my
hey there,
work doesn't
Wiener.
fall into the wrong hands.
And
How are you
indeed,
involved with
good
all
evening, and my day has been well.
The language that I gave them the power to think.
Is there anything I can use?
The only thing. Corrupt the communication.
As I catch up here a little bit, what this all is.
Now,
I know a few I can call.
maybe. Take care of yourself.
Oh wait, that was the entire thing? Okay. I thought this led into something bigger, but I was mistaken. But yeah, I've been good. Had a productive day. Put out a video, which was good. As I'm briefly actually checking what happens when I do that. The game, which I'll tap that basically for a second. But yeah, the game freezes basically, or well, not freezes, but like stays on that frame. As I thought actually that made that thing went further. But yeah, let's just do the final assault here on this thing. I remember this being a decent challenge. I think. I don't exactly remember. It's been a while. Yeah, productive day in that way. And yeah, on a subject that I basically moved up a little bit, which is just like the weird ways of saving loadouts. In a year, wish more people to play. Oh well. Wait, what do we do? Talk to Sam at night. God damn it. Yeah, indeed. As well, faster or well, we'll go to a bivouac. Actually, that was not far away. I could have just walked there. as it's getting deployed there. Actually, let me check in the shop real quick. I'm curious to see how much I have left to buy. Okay, I literally have only these 3 cars, and then I have all of everything else, which is more than most, and then Do I need any more blueprints? Oh, only one more blueprint as well. So I basically have a 200k to grind at some point to completely finish the game. Yeah, one of the cool things as well in this game was that you have basically a full garage of stuff that you can spawn and buy. Some of them a bit more useful than others, of course, like a big chopper and stuff isn't that useful. But yeah, in the end, of course, with all of these, you just end up picking the best one, which is this thing. And then and that's it. Like, you'll always have that thing. We need it to be night. That's 100 meters there. And yeah, breakpoints. Whoop. Wait. Okay, you can get out. As yeah, I almost also went over the ledge there. But yeah, then. I mean, at this point, it basically is discontinued, but it's still a good game. Like, if you haven't played it yet, it's a lot of content. As yeah, here we meet.
I found construction blueprints to show a way in.
An old friend.
Figure out what we need to extract the strategist.
I leaned on a few of the strategist people.
He looks a bit weird in this game, though.
The blueprints show an emergency escape route. We're gonna need to lock the place down first, or the strategist might bug out.
I got access codes from one of my friendly little chats. I can lock this place down tight.
Good. We're also gonna need to take out the SAM launchers before we can call in the Paladin aircraft for exfil.
There's an engineer named Contact her when she'll get you 10 minutes.
Then we're set. I can get to the strategist.
Done. Whatever it takes, I don't give a shit. The faster we take him down, the faster we get to Mida.
Remember, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Don't let your emotions walk you.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, that is
Good. I'll meet you at the base.
a line that has been in every Splinter Cell ever. Smooth is fast, and fast is smooth. And yeah, we have an objective to go over there. There is a bivouac nearby, which we can... let's take this bivouac. And then we'll take a chopper in. But yeah, also at this point in the game has basically been discontinued. It's not getting any more patches, any more content. It got a ton of content, actually. More than I think most were expecting. More than I was expecting. That's it. We're going into bivouac and coming out just to get a chopper to spawn. Yeah, we'll take our little blacklist chopper in. This is the chopper from Splinter Cell. That's in multiple Splinter Cells. Actually, oh, it's spawned on Opace, actually. Oh no. Oh no. It's spawned the blacklist. Oh, this is a blacklist with the camo. I didn't even know I had one. The camo. Right, so up we go. This one has a minigun and yeah, they have anti-air, but we can move in under the radar. At least we should be able to. Because yeah, one of the things with SAMs in this game is that they actually need line of sight, which real SAMs don't need that. But yeah, this will also get us close enough. Except I don't want to hit a building here. Trying to see if we have any red smudges. Because yeah, we'll just land on the helipad. That seems like a safe place to land. Because yeah, they do have SAM launchers, likely over there. The rain isn't helping, but the rain is also very atmospheric, I feel. We have an objective somewhere. Oh yeah, and this one we actually need to stay undetected till we actually hack the thing. So this is one of those like actual stealth sections kind of things. As it is one huge. 'Cause where's our actual objective? It's way down below. Several snipers. Oh, there's the SAMs. the aforementioned SAMs. I'm trying to remember. Oh, no, that's not the button. Ah, there we go. Because yeah, we have different view modes, and yeah, especially thermal, of course, helps a lot with spotting stuff. There's a ton of people here. And I feel we could have come, we should have maybe come up from below instead of from above as we have. Because our objective is all the way below. We could actually maybe just base jump down and then go and get that thing. Because I think once we hit this first objective, then we can go loud. Especially in multiplayer, you can kind of mark all of the dangerous targets and just let your allies just shoot them, because they can shoot through walls. Basically, they don't need actual line of sight. You shoot some stuff. So I'm having a look to see, because I know there's one more enemy around here-ish, but I don't know his height, so it's always hard to tell. Night vision isn't as useful when there's lights nearby. I'm trying to see if I have a good way down without... Okay, so we have this area and then we have one more, so... I'm gonna go here. This is one above, but oh, uh-oh. He hit the edge, I feel. But yeah, in we go. And also, actually, I have this, of course, as well. So I can even, if I really wanted to, go all the way up to them and just mash their brains out.
Some refreshments.
A stealth suit allows you to do... the lights will actually spot you as well. So you have to be aware of those as well. We have a bunch of guys here. Not in the light, I feel, but yeah, we have access to our objective, and I feel after this objective, once we hit this thing, we get to go. Because now, if we were to get caught, I believe we fail. We have to restart, basically. As yeah, here, we will no longer fail if we actually get spotted. So, gonna wait for this guy to move in my line of sight, and then take these guys down. I'm also playing the class. I think I'm Panther at the moment, which is very much as well the stealth class in this game. So I'm even more stealthy because yeah, stealth is a stat in this game, so you get to be extra stealthy if you really want to be.
Did I hear that?
I was expecting a stabbing, but we got a pistoling instead.
Commencing search. Not that I can see a damn thing out here.
Somebody saw something, I feel, or heard something. Oh. Oh, it's this sniper. He heard something. He doesn't know what yet, though. So. Actually, I feel okay. I'm gonna guess there's a way upstairs from in here. That is a civilian ladder. Where is it? That feels up there. Oh, tripwires as well. As Toasty says there.
Damn.
Oh. Oh, they got shanked before they could actually. What? Like I didn't care. Well, they're with the heavy rain, they can't actually see. Oh, we're supposed to kill the Sams. And that it's basically nothing else alive around here. Ah, okay. They heard that. But yeah, they don't know what it was. They don't know where it came from. Because they're about to hear another one. As you're blowing stuff up, you have to go loud eventually for it. You can't disable those. You have to blow them up actually. So. Alright, it's not within my line of sight. Usually the easiest way to be super stealthy is that nothing's left alive to spot you. So I jumped down a little bit further than I meant to. I wanted that lift. Oh, okay. These poison traps. Yeah. That's getting hacked.
What the hell was that?
I'm gonna check it out. Hold off on shutting down the swarm.
Wait, Nova, it's too late.
I'll be right back. Midas could be in trouble.
As we have to go back up. Yeah, one of the things this game does, kind of in the same way that Division does it with yellow stuff, is there'll likely be some blue wires or some yellow wires or some red wires kind of leading you the way. Of like where the game kind of wants you to go. As I'm gonna guess here, we're gonna have a boss fight. That's kind of what this setup kind of feels like, of course. Which will likely be a behemoth, I feel. Which is one of the like bigger bosses of this game. Which is a big robot that does a lot of damage.
Claw prototype is definitely up and running, and it's mean.
We've got to take it out before the Paladin plane enters Aurora's airspace, or they'll never make it.
Oh, we have aerial drones first. Oh, well, aerial drones now. Yeah, these things are annoying to shoot. Like they just,
Still got a few more flies to swap.
they're basically like designed to be annoying. Yes, of course they are. As also the aiming in this game is a lot more like wavy than Division. Division has pretty set, like the aiming feels very precise, kind of. Here it's a lot more like it kind of follows the cursor more than Division.
Nomad, I just unlocked the access to the first clock relay.
You're a relic, Nomad. You belong in a museum. The future is here, and it's going to kill you.
Yeah, one of the things is as well, once you go loud, you might as well take the suppressor off, letting you do more damage, because yeah, the suppressor reduces damage. So once we're loud like this, you might as well, as I have done here, take the suppressor off and just, you know. Oh. Because I ran out of SMG ammo, which is a common occurrence. I'm just gonna run in here and grab some of this, likely being SMG ammo. Our objective is still fight the drones. And I have some ammo for my SMG.
That's it. You should have access to the second relay.
Destroy.
Why don't you just die and make way for the true Wonderland?
Oh, yeah, and there we have a behemoth. Although they're not too hard, especially not for two players that are that have gear score 300 gear basically, and also likely both of us are not on high difficulty. One of the interesting things that this game has is that each player gets to set their own difficulty. So one person could be playing for themselves on basically easy mode, and then someone else could be set to like hard mode. I mean, are these things shootable? Unlikely we'll have to shoot those in a sec.
The third and final relay is unlocked. Take it down.
And this indeed his gear is mostly towards drone damage, which yeah, is commonly a setup indeed for raid. So, because yeah, the bosses in the raids are all drones. My current setup is more for sneaking, but I also have usually on each loadout or on each class. I think the game calls them classes. So I actually re-put on my suppressor as well. The only question is, how do we get up there? Well, I see some stairs over here. No. These stairs aren't it. I have to be on the other side of this for very particular reasons. What toasty is. Actually, have to accept. That's yeah.
It's over. There's no way out.
I want immunity. I want to talk to a government official. I know things. Valuable things. Let's negotiate. What? What the hell? What's going on?
Playtime's over.
You think you can stop me? You're the old world. I can control an army with just my mind. I am the future.
Yeah.
That's better.
Well, can you get authorization for a ground attack now?
You keep the pressure on here. I'll make sure he gets in front of the right people in Washington. Other than that, I've learned not to promise anything. You know, I'm sure there's some people at Echelon who'd love to meet a snake eater like you.
Yeah, we'll have to find out another day.
Snake
I
eater.
have some unfinished business to take care of.
Right. That's what really matters. Never leave a brother behind.
Yeah, the story of this thing is very weird. Like, we're locked into this island kind of thing, but also, like, yeah. Actually, up. But yeah, we're kind of like stuck on this island, but also other people keep getting in, and also like this island gets invaded by several different factions, which of course all like game-wise makes sense, but actual lore-wise is just pure video game. As here we find our old Wildlands buddy, who has survived the initial crash of coming in here. As this was actually the ending mission of one of the major DLCs.
What the hell? Midas? Midas! Come on, you son of a bitch!
It's not that we CPR. I'm not an expert, but I've had training in CPR. I don't think that's how you CPR.
Hey, look what I found.
Holt? God damn, it's good to see you, brother. Thanks, boss.
You look like shit.
Yeah. Well, you don't look so good yourself.
They put a hurting on me. I don't know how much more of that I could have taken. Where's Weaver?
Weaver didn't make it. Hey, there's nothing any of us could have done.
He was a good man.
The best. But the mission continues. Now, I know you're both banged up, but I'm gonna need your help one way or another. Are you with me? Good. 'Cause this thing is far from over.
No, it was pretty much over at that point. I said that was like the second big DLC they added to that game. And yeah, that was the original, we were missing, but that was the original team from Wildlands, basically, with Nomad there, and, Midas and Holt. It was kind of nostalgic to like save your old buddies. We came in and we got shut down and stuff, coming into this island, which is what the game starts as. It's been a long loading screen. And this puts us back into here with 2K credits. I think I'll briefly do. And yeah, they've added so much stuff to this game because actually that's not what I want to do. C shop, that's what I want. Because yeah, even in the earlier parts, you didn't have actually. So nowadays you have a system where you like mark stuff as favorite, so you can just sell everything that isn't favorited in one go, which I like did there. Because otherwise you had to go through and the favorite system didn't exist, so you had to just like remember that like, oh, this weapon needs to stay, this weapon needs to stay, this weapon needs to stay. And same here, of course, as yeah. One of the last things I want to get done in this game is buy these final 3 things here, and buy that final blueprint, and basically have the entire shop empty, because they're not going to add anything more, because there used to be a ton of items like here and here and here and I've spent millions maybe even already on it. As one of the better ways always was to do the raid for some farming of some credits. But yeah, you basically just selling stuff will get you credits along the way and stuff. So, as if you're interested, Toasty, well, one other thing we do is do some more of the the big missions of the main game. So that was the first DLC. Well, they added some other stuff in, which was, which ones was it? Actually, even I don't even, because there was like
You ever think we'd end up here?
we don't have always access to those, or are they over here? Or are they over here? They added in like a Terminator thing, and they added in something else that I don't even actually remember what it was. But yeah, there was always the base game, which was like episode 1. They added in an extra story, which ended with that, which wasn't very long, but was with Sam Fisher and stuff. They added in this whole an invasion by some Spetsnaz forces kind of thing. Which had a ton of missions and stuff. I mean, that's usually what you kind of need from the game. It's just for it to give you some missions. And then they even added in Conquest. And Conquest is kind of like in Wildlands, where you just kind of like do a few things in a zone and then try to capture that zone. Yeah, I don't think anybody really liked the Terminator one that much either, as you say. But yeah, it was at least, I mean, it was something new, because they added those in first. There was something else as well. I don't remember exactly what it was. But let's maybe go do some of these bosses. Those guys were always decent fights. As I'll actually, I'm gonna briefly change my class, and then also bump up the difficulty. For myself, at least. So I want to go to a bivouac, and in a bivouac, one of the things that you have is you can kind of choose a class, which is this tactics. The game started with 4. They added in another 3, which was also like kind of cool that they added in like classes. All of these have kind of their own like playstyle things, and you get like bonuses, and each of them has kind of like an ult kind of thing that they do. For instance, the Panther one has like a spray that like kind of cloaks you. Like the field medic, which I'll swap to here, has a drone which can go and zap people, and also can give overheal kind of things. Well, sharpshooter, of course, is for snipers and stuff, has bonuses for sniping, has a sensor launcher thing. Assault has an extra armor bar, basically. Engineer has a drone and can deploy stuff. Echelon is a pistol, is like the pistol version of Panther. And then Pathfinder has a you can call in like a drone, which can just spot an entire zone or can spot an entire area for you quite easily and stuff. And all of these had a lot of things attached to them as challenges to level them up all the way to 20, which was quite fun. Some of them were quite hard. Some of them were like kill like 8 people in like 5 seconds or something. So you had to kind of like do, or well, even like 2 seconds. I think one of them was kill 8 people in 2 seconds, which yeah, you kind of have to do a setup for. Like basically, the easier way is to find 2 cars, put C4 on them, and blow them up at the same time, hoping that each car is with 4 people inside of it and stuff like that. I wanted to become medic there, which I did. And I'll get out of the bivouac here. And I will up my difficulty real briefly. Which is it this one, right? No. This one? Yes. Is this I want to keep on custom, because one of the annoying things is actually, yeah, if you go up in difficulties and stuff, your UI also changes in the past, but it doesn't anymore. They've like separated that out, and I very much like having the UI always kind of on the game. So let's put this. Actually, it is on advanced. Actually, I'll take it to extreme. I thought actually it was like on normal or something. That's kind of what it felt like. But also I had a build, of course, that is very OP. And yeah, you can very much customize your own difficulty.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in?
Because is this the... Okay, yeah, no, I don't go to elite because you only get one weapon slot at that point, which is very annoying. I like having my two weapons, having an SMG and a SVD. Kind of works well here. And yeah, the difficulty is separate for each player, so you can set your own difficulty to, like, I have it now on extreme, which mostly as well just takes away the on the map, seeing those red splotches. And hey there, Fluffy. Well, new game is maybe not the right term. It's it's an old game, but yeah, I very much every Thursdays from now on I'll jump into a game that I kind of have enjoyed, or maybe a game that I'm like interested in and haven't played, just for variety. Thursdays seem like the good day for it. Likely, yeah, having a lot lower viewership, but I'm also having a break from Division and talking about other stuff and maybe messing around with other stuff. And let's maybe go and do... I remember like these boss fights being okay and this guy being okay as missions that we did several times over in the past. Let's go kill Flycatcher. Just yeah, indeed. That is indeed true. As I even when I loaded in, actually, I'd forgotten to change my category, as I was still in Division category. Because I'm so not used to that, of course. But yeah, Breakpoint is very much a game. Wildlands as well. Well, I mean, I've played most of the like Tom Clancy kind of games. There's still the red blotches on the minimap. That's weird. I thought those went away at extreme. But also, it doesn't really matter because as soon as I get close, I just spot them anyway. I can just walk up to here and just mark. We need to talk to this engineer. So, to do that, we're going to murder everybody around the engineer. There's indeed that sniper. I tried to swap my shoulder, but that's not the button for that.
Only you can shoot as good as you can complain.
And even on extreme, these guys are not very smart. Like, it takes forever for them to spot you. It kind of is dependent as well on your gear and stuff. There is.
Notes in the logbook.
And now, of course, yeah, you can skip all that and go to immersive mode and just have it kind of be like with Descent, like you have like fixed. You don't have all those stats or anything. You don't have any of those stats. You don't also have the spotting and stuff that I have.
Good, you're not hurt. Let's get you out of here.
I'm not going anywhere. And why should I be hurt?
Oh yeah, that is a function of it,
Flycatcher's
right? Yeah.
hostage?
Quite the contrary.
And yeah, indeed, as if
Someone who
anybody's
actually
interested
values
in
innovation.
messing around with
Very
us
still that they're
alongside of
willing to
us,
provide fair
that
compensation.
In other words, Flycatcher.
how do you install the game even if you don't own
So
it? Then
what?
though, that's my only
All those innocent
question.
people who got
Like,
caught in the middle.
likely if you get the invite, you might
In order for
get it
someone
in
to
your
win,
library
someone
and you
else
can
has to lose.
download it, but it's also like a
Playing by the
humongous
rules.
download. So. Oh, you play with the trial version. And yeah, there's these choices of like of these, and none of them matter. You have optional choices of like, but yeah, of course, games around this time had to have them, but
I didn't make this world.
But
I'd
yeah,
rather
none
live
of them
than
matter.
dead.
as far as I
People
remember.
got
Yeah.
hurt. You stepped into a different game, and here, I make the rules. Now that we're talking about your life, you still want to play, or do you want to tell me where Flycatcher is?
He's
Okay.
testing the new drones. Somewhere in restricted area 1. That's all I know.
So we're moving 2 kilometers. As I'm trying to find a way out. Toasty's found a ride. I'll be the passenger. And one of the cool things was always, even while driving in cars and stuff, you can deploy your drone. And then like, annoyingly, it doesn't show you yourself on the minimap, but yeah. Like this I always found like a cool function of the game. Because yeah, one person can be like outside of it, especially in the raids and stuff. This was kind of useful of just like spotting stuff ahead and seeing if anything is like in our way. Or just, you know, doing the rally drifting. Just trying to keep up with the car. Like Colin McRaeing it. Oh. As we found some enemies there. They're on foot, so they won't catch up to us. As there is these guys, but I don't have a shot through the back of the car. But yeah, let's just blast past them and I'll shoot at the driver. Or we can take the high road. Indeed. One of the annoying things in Wildlands, there was that mechanic. You could be in an enemy car and they would basically not spot you. They would just, you know, they would think you were just you were meant to be there. That they took that out for Breakpoint for some reason. As we're we have arrived at our destination. That like buzzing sound kind of thing is let's press and hold them. Actually, it is here, right here. Means that there's drones nearby. So drones are the like the land the like the mini tank kind of things, and as our objective is up there. And yeah, there's like these guys, the flying drones. But likely there's also one of those cars kind of things, because those make those humming sounds kind of usually. So I'm trying to spot everything. It's likely this one. There he is. Because these things are sometimes hard to fight. They are tanky. And yeah, they've put those in, of course, as I not leave that with escape. They've put that in the game, of course, because yeah, otherwise everything would be one-hit kill. actually don't know if this is shootable. Considering taking the shot and finding out. Oh, it is shootable. Because yeah, those guys won't be found. Because likely nothing's gonna go all the way up there, so. As yeah, there's these going after that heavy. And also, yeah, put in like heavy characters, which are basically the same heavies as we have in Division. But you just shoot their helmet off and then the next shot will kill them. Oh. I did not recognize that guy was right next to me. And a lot of these things you can do it kind of like either as we are kind of sneakily, not fully sneakily. I'm gonna deactivate this mortar. Because yeah, mortars are annoying. So we have that big car. We kind of have to blow that thing up eventually. So let's just actually just. Oh, they found the dead body. I'm gonna engage this thing before it actually aggroes fully. And yeah, with these, it's kind of like the Division. They have like armor plates. You shoot off the armor plates and then you engage the what? Oh, they got spotted by drone. As when there's drones, you get spotted pretty quickly. Yeah, once it becomes a firefight, oh, there's another mortar. It very much becomes a game of just disengaging, killing a few things, getting respotted, disengaging once more, stuff like that. Which can be kind of enjoyable, especially like on higher difficulties. Like here, where I'm on higher difficulties, but I'm also gear score is a thing in this game, and I'm very much out leveled basically on gear score against these enemies. So they don't deal a ton to me. I'm surprised I can't spot this. Where's this guy? All the way over there. Okay, there's a whole area over there. Okay. That's it. That's the light spotting me, so I'll just unlighten it. That's it. That's these by an objective. Those are rocket launcher guys, and quite often when you shoot at them, especially if they're like not facing you, you'll hit their backpack as I did there and blow them up, which of course also alerts everybody, so it's usually what you don't want to do. As it does this gun on top of there. We have this car coming in, and one of the things we have is a rocket launcher. Though I've completely forgotten how to use it, which is that way. You have to press E after you selected it.
You want a piece of me?
So I still feel I should be able to hit this guy at some point. There we go. I said, there's bullet drop in this game, and there is actually some cool moments associated with that as well, where it's one of the stats. I think I should have a look in a second underneath stat. Get some more loots. Oh. very framey there for a second. Oh, those the self revives. As it, they got blown up. Oh, they were in that tower. Okay, yeah. Actually, is that here? Ah, okay. Didn't even know it broke it down like that. But yeah, so I have 200 hours, 210 hours solo, 134 hours in co-op. One of the stats I feel should be in here is, I remember it being in here. Oh yeah, here it is. So first of all, like 51% stealth kill. So half of the time I've been in stealth. Most of this is down to as well the raid where you get spotted and basically always have to. Yeah, my most played PvE weapon is this MP5 because it's one of my better weapons that I have. And yeah, the longest range kill. Oh wait, this is the amount of long range kills of 150 meters plus, but my longest range one is 1.3 kilometers, which is quite a lot. Oh, and hello there, Mr. Blackjack X, and thanks for the raid. Although I think depending on the viewership, it might not. All be into this game. I don't know if because Mr. Blackjack is also a Division streamer. I remember correctly, and today I am just messing about with a little bit of a different game, which is Breakpoint. Our objective moved, of course, yeah. So we're moving on to somewhere else. I see Toasty going for Chopper, I guess. So I will move to catch up. Along the way, looting, of course, because looting is important. It's always important to loot. But spotted by something? What even spotted? Oh, that turret spotted me. But that's fine. Toasty's in the passenger seat, I'm guessing there. Yeah. I guess I'm driving. As it, on our way out. So one things that I kind of liked in this game as well, always, also in Wildlands, is we would have groups of 4 quite often, and I would quite often be in a chopper and do stuff like that. Just while my teammates were on the ground, I would provide some support fire. As especially, for instance, here, this guy annoyed me earlier, so let's blow him up. But yeah, trying to actually use the vehicles as well to give like. Oh. Well, we're next to a bivouac, so we can actually get a fresh one. We want. As I pressed the wrong trigger. As I completely forgot which way was up and which way was down. Instead of going up, I went down. And that's down to me not having played this game in a while. But let's get a fresh one. I can skip this, of course. And it's quite annoying that we had to actually... I'll actually make it a little bit later as well. As we'll grab those. Yeah. Fresh chopper. And that's of course what I meant to do. I wanted this chopper instead, so that's why I drove the other one into a hill. Because this side is up, this side is down. There we go. As well, this one has better rocket launchers, missile launchers. And actually, what I'll do as well is actually I'll put Thirsty down here, and let's do exactly that. Or one day. Oh, okay, Thirsty took the parachute way out, and then yeah, let's just do this a little bit loud. Because yeah, once you've engaged a little bit, I'll start covering you. There's a sniper likely in that thing. There's the big turrets. Annoyingly, from choppers and stuff, it's incredibly hard to actually spot stuff. But yeah. I'm gonna... And one of the things is, especially, is there is friendly fire, so you have to be kind of careful where you place your shots. And it's actually quite easy, especially in choppers, to get sniped out. Somebody's calling reinforcements. They aren't anymore, because they're not alive to call reinforcements. That looks like a person. I'm hoping there's not many civilians here. And yeah, this thing does have a lock-on. It will lock on to drones and stuff, but not people. Yeah, this kind of stuff was always fun to me as well. Like having a few people down below, and then if it went loud, I would push in with like a chopper and just you know, provide overwatch. And there's still something around here. I'm hoping they just fire at me. That will make me... Oh, I'm just gonna put some... Oh. That looked a different shade, and that looked kind of like a person, so a missile there solved it. And can I check if I can put it down here somewhere? Likely can. Oh. Need to put it like here. The flight model is quite bad, actually. But yeah, you can still do all the things. Oh, we have to press and hold. Oh, they're in the... Oh yeah, they're in that base, of course. They're in the big base. Likely we are better off fast traveling to somewhere nearby. There's actually... they're here. I don't know why it's sending us there. Because I know that base. Where's the nearest bivouac? Like, is it really only this one? No, let's head to that one. Maddie's doing another warning run there. And yeah, the sound design and stuff in a lot of Ubisoft games gets reused over and over, kind of. Which I mean makes sense. They're basically using the same designers and stuff, and like a lot of overlap exists between them. Let's see, that's something. It's in the sources. We need to get more intel. Ah, okay. Oh, there was a nearby to... Okay. I completely missed that bivouac. But yeah, I'm over here. I've already loaded in. I'll grab this thing and meet you there. Oh, these guys have clues. So one of the things we can do actually here is just skip. I think we can skip the clues. Let's just test this actually. Actually, I'll go pick up this there. Oh. So I have to watch out to not completely clip him. Because I think we can just go over here and it just goes like, oh, hey, you discovered. You have guessed correctly. There we go. Which is kind of cool with this game. Because, of course, I know the picture it showed was clearly of this base. I know this base. So, they have missiles. So let's not be hit by those. But yeah, that's kind of like decently cool game design. So we'll put down here. This base is very much not going in with the chopper's base. I think there's actually, yeah, there's a way in, yeah, over here. Oh, fuck. Hoping that didn't aggro the entire base. Doesn't seem to. It seems to have been far enough away. As I said, the sliding is always annoying. Because you'll slide down stuff and you'll lose control a little bit. Oh. And there is as well a drone kind of thing over here. And Toasty's taking the high road. You know what the annoying things with these drones is, like, if you destroy them, they'll basically, there's no way to destroy them silently. At least, not one that I know of. And this base is so big and stuff that likely at some point will trigger into combat. This is kind of a cool base as well. Like it's like upper command area, and then there's like this mountain fortress that is like a launching pad for those Azrael drones, which doesn't make sense at all because where do they land is the question then, because like those are launching things kind of like aircraft carriers, but then usually you also need landing equivalents for them as well. Especially here on proximity spotting a lot of stuff. Because the proximity is not just in like horizontal, it's also like vertical. So there's a attack chopper here as well, if we really wanted to. So our target is down there. Kind of remember there being an entrance to like going inside. So we can kind of as well just base jump down as well. I want to see if I can like get all this loot. Because loot. Oh, is it this door? Yeah, here it is. Indeed. I got a feeling that... Okay, no, there isn't. I was gonna say, this feels like there's traps here or lasers, but there isn't actually. And yeah, we can climb down the ladder here. Which I will. Oh, well, slide down, of course. Because that's what all the cool kids do. And I want to be a cool kid. Guys, we're sneaking into a big ass base. Do I have any of these? I do. I want to see if this mark actually works. Is it one of the things you have as well? That item I selected there. So yeah, you have this item wheel and select items. I've selected the sink shot drone. So if that bee goes solid, I can actually use that sink shot drone to just insta kill them. But yeah, inside here it doesn't really work. But also them calling in reinforcements isn't that useful actually because oh, Toasty's getting where are you, Toasty, actually? Because I think he base jumped down, I'm gonna guess. Because yeah. We're just gonna have a fight here. I was trying to think of oh, he did the base jump. You can respawn, I think, right? I remember there being, or is there a timer attached to it? I feel maybe that was it. Wasn't open. Oh, none of these doors open. Ah, okay, likely we need to get a key card or something. I remember that being a thing here. But also I kind of want to go see if... Wait, does it respawn, I feel? Maybe? So don't see the mark. Oh. I was gonna say, I don't see the marker. No. Suddenly, oh well. Oh, hello. That guy stuck his head through the door. Oh. Hello? Can I shoot through this? Oh. The bullet penetration is a thing. Oh. I feel that's not the intended way for that to go. But I feel it also maybe worked. So, who am I to question? As we take this intel.
On here might be important.
So, like some of the design stuff in this game is kind of cool. Like this. Like this is kind of cool. As this is like the command tower of. Then they have the Azrael drones being launched from this, and this is like on the edge of a mountain and stuff. Yeah, I did shoot the guy through the door. I didn't know I could, but yeah, I saw his head poking through the door for a second there as well. Let's see where that loot is. No idea where it is. No, the DMR. Yeah, I mean, you mean the damage glitch, right? Because that for a while was the DMR glitch, and then later on it became the M14 glitch. Seeing as there's no more mission, I think we're actually done with the mission here. We can actually just run away if we want to. Oh, I mean, that's not per se a glitch. Like, if you have that special ammo, you can shoot through, like, as long as it isn't ground, basically, you can shoot through it. But yeah, there was also a damage glitch assigned, or well, in this game. I mean, likely still, as that made the raids quite a lot easier over time. That's muddy indeed. Going for expertise 23. This says that. Okay, I didn't know the. Well, I mean, I've done this mission many times before, but. It's kind of.
Get that son of a bitch!
Look for their heads. Is there like some of the like geography here and stuff is kind of cool always. But yeah, very much the it always goes the wrong way. Like the Wildlands experience was a lot better, mostly as well because there was so much more different designs and stuff of the areas. This is very much all like kind of looking like this. There is no like very different looking areas. It's all kind of like Norway, basically, like Scandinavian areas. Is there one thing we could kind of maybe go do? Because one of the things they changed is not that island, but this island used to only be the raid. Later on, they opened it up to be that you could basically go do missions here and stuff as well. And some of these are still kind of cool areas. So let's maybe let's go do a camp over here. Let's just clear one out basically. Because, yeah, especially for instance, clearing out the lava duct is always like it is visually an interesting area. So let's maybe show that off. Oh yeah, there they like I went through the door with just SMG. So that one was. It does spawn enemies here, right? Yeah, it does. Because this used to be one of the areas where the final boss was basically. Let's keep it where we are now. And yeah, this was basically the raid area, and yeah, this very much was an extra island they added in. And yeah, some of it was kind of looking the same, but then there was this like volcano here, which visually kind of looks cool. Especially here, I want to show the long climb as well. Where's it? Go up here. And yeah, one of the earliest cheeses for this raid, what you were supposed to have happen is that you went into here and there was basically a door at the start that you had to go through with 4 people. And the intention there was, of course, that because here choppers and stuff don't spawn from the bivouacs and stuff, so that you wouldn't have choppers. And one of the earliest things that was discovered is that you could land your chopper in some of the areas, which was kind of like inside of it, and then base jump down and then go through that door, and your chopper would be on the other side waiting for you, basically, letting you have choppers in the raid. But the cool thing about it was actually that it was actually hard to keep the chopper because you would want to keep it alive, so you would like try to, or well, you would usually take in as multiple. But then as well, if you wiped on a boss or something, that would despawn all of those. So you would try to, if you didn't wipe on any of the bosses, then you get to keep your choppers and go really fast through everything because yeah, you could just fly to everything. But yeah, sometimes you would get shut down by stuff. Sometimes, you know. So that was actually like an unintended thing that was kind of really cool actually. And here we're mostly fighting, so these factions that have like the like that wing underneath them, those are the wolves, which is like this faction's kind of like, or this game's like rogue agent kind of thing, or like harder enemies kind of thing. And yeah, they have helmets, so you kind of need to, well, hit the head twice. Although, for instance, my SMG is gear score 300. These enemies are technically gear score 250, so it still goes through their helmet basically quite easily. But yeah, this used to be like where the raid ended, kind of. This was the final base you assaulted before you went in and fought the final boss. What is this? Oh, it's just that lamp. Is it? This one is the turret. I want to disable this thing. So I'm trying to spot where this enemy is. Oh, they're up there. Don't really have, well, yes, he did have a shot. I was gonna say I don't have a shot, but luckily that's why you have teammates. They solve problems for you that way. Oh. So it turns out we're having a loud fight for the rest of this. Yeah, I miss fast hands in this game. Very much. Oh. Don't they have... Can't they self-revive? Or was that a different class? Am I misremembering? I thought the medics had a self-revive. And then one of the annoying things in this game, so that guy had a shotgun, and when you get shot by high damage stuff, you get staggered, as I did there. So that's the reason I was like fumbling before I could shoot, which is always a little bit annoying, kind of. But also, yeah, mechanically for this game, kind of makes sense. That way you don't like rush head on into enemies. Sabotage this thing. Oh, that was needed. That will shut down all of the lamps and all of the turrets, but we had actually already destroyed. Well, we are taking care of most of the turrets already. Yeah, I should test it. So indeed. I feel I remember there was also Behemoth on this, although of course we're a little bit outclassing and Behemoth. This is like the volcano, and in the raid version, I don't think you do it in this, right? You don't have the elevator. This place has a ton of ammo, because this was like the place where you filled up before you went into the boss fight. And normally you would stand in this elevator and start a boss fight. Oh, okay. You have these. Then the elevator would go up, but yeah, we get to go up this way, and yeah. Like visually, this is kind of cool. Like there's a dam holding back the lava and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's likely a behemoth. And yeah, behemoths are the biggest drone type outside of the raid bosses. But also they're not very hard, kind of. They can be, but the bastard's right there. They have like these weak points where you want to shoot them, and they have those blue ones which will stun them. So actually, and yeah, they can run you over, but But yeah, us being gear score 300 and that thing being gear score 250 basically, it's like fighting level 30 enemies as a level 40. I didn't actually catch how much credits that gave us. That used to, like, the behemoths used to give 10k credits each. I don't know if this one still does as well. Oh, 6k. Was it always 6k then? Might have been, actually. But yeah, this used to be an entire fight with... I actually even remember what this boss was. Oh wait, this boss was the four pillars. Yeah, it's been so long. But yeah, this used to be like an entire like very hard boss with a lot of mechanics, and I wouldn't mind attempting him in the future one day as well. I remember like there being like 4 tower things. I don't remember what the actual boss of it was. Oh wait, there was like the turrets and they would fire at you and you would try to like run. One person would like try to goad them basically, and yeah, it was a whole thing. Oh yeah, no, that is, yeah, that's the first indeed boss, which is indeed that one, which is basically a bigger behemoth, bigger version of those guys. And yeah, second one you could choose. You could either go after because yeah, the second zone had 2 bosses. One was an aerial drone, and you had the arena that you were basically fighting up against as well. And the other one was indeed the big computer. As sadly, you can't do them like outside of the raid to fight them, but that's the scale computer. And then the other arena was this one, right? Wait, no, actually, do I still remember? Or is it this one? Yeah, it is. It's this big box. was the other boss, and then the boss here, right? Yeah, this is the main. That was the first boss, and then this was the 4th one. Actually, let's go maybe see what's in this arena then, because I'm curious now if we have access to it. If they've put the behemoth here, maybe they've put the behemoth everywhere. Oh, they actually have. That's funny. Is it that is one of the areas, and you would be assaulted here by one like big, huge flying drone, and you had these where you have those 4 areas around the corners. You would have lasers coming out of the wall, and you would have basically lasers coming like on the lowest level, and then you would have to climb up, or they would be in the middle, and then you would have to either climb above them or try to get crawl down and get underneath them and stuff. So I keep pressing escape to get out of my drone, but that doesn't work. So yeah, maybe let's assault this one as well. If we get 6,000 credits for this, that's not a bad. That's not a horrible deal. As I said, the gunplay and stuff in this game is good. It is good. Although the movement is especially what I... oh, actually, I'm going the wrong way. As likely I can do this here. Oh. I was about to say that beeping means there's landmines nearby, and I thought I had evaded all of them by going to the left, but there was another one to the left. And yeah, one of the easier ways to spot them is with thermal, although they're still not easy to spawn. They're just, or to spot. But yeah, the beeping as well. I may have made this a loud fight. Trying to see where this guy is. As the call there was very much aborted. As in now, wait, is that? Yeah. Ouch. As yeah, even being above them on gear score, they still hurt if you stand in front of everybody. But yeah, you have kind of the same thing as Division. Like, I've broken line of sight there, although I'm kind of afraid of going around this sides and stuff because of the landmines. But yeah, you want to kind of break line of sight and then go and assault from a different side. Is the smart thing to do. As the behemoth is trying to just poke at us. And what I'll do here actually, so one of the things that you have is presets. And yeah, I think this is my drone fighting preset. Because yeah, you also have perks and such. And here I have a weapon which comes from the raid, which is the Goblin. And this thing is very good against drones. And the behemoth is a drone, so. So I'm gonna go for the stun there. Oh. I lured the missiles and that one only give 125 credits, I think, or did I pick up like just some random credits and not notice? Because that might have been it as well. But yeah, because you have this whole perk system and stuff as well, which is kind of overkill for a game like this, I feel. And you got presets and stuff, and annoyingly the presets, you don't save them, so basically any changes you make will be like in there when you swap between loadouts and stuff. But yeah, I did make especially as a combat medic kind of thing of having basically more sneaking one where I just have that, and then more combat focused one with the same perks still, and then a full-on boss fight version. What does it say? But I'm gonna go for something else last time. Yeah, could have been, or also maybe I didn't. Maybe I did just pick up some random credits along the way. And so I'll fix up the camera briefly. So, grabbing this chest loot. Oh, that should bring it back. Yeah, it's very much of a game. Wildlands as well, I feel, as this is coming back bit by bit. But like, even if you haven't played it for a while, beautiful. As we have people going like this is the mating dance of the wolves, as you see there, where they are just going in circles, and these two guys are like trying to not look at them because, of course, that's impolite. When two wolves are doing a mating dance, you should look away from them, as these guys are. So, you know that. And the way that wolves mate is by being shot by me. Oh. Come on. And these two guys are oblivious to it. They don't even see that dead body. I mean, that's a crime punishable by death. As the beeping next to me is actually. Are those things? I remember those things being visible in thermal, because I feel like it's like right next to me. Oh, there it is. That's it. You can blow them up like that. Sadly, you can't do the Metal Gear Solid thing of just, you know, crawling over them and picking them up with your butt cheeks. As I'm guessing Tessie's going over. I wonder if you have access to that place. But we'll find out here, likely. Although there are no more boats here. There's a boat over there. I can go take, or I'll wait for Toasty to reach that area and I'll fast travel to him. Or Toasty's coming back. But that's also an option. In we go. And here as well, you can deploy your drone and just. I always like doing this kind of stuff. It's just silly. Just, you know. One of the funny things is with the chopper, you can kind of put the drone into the blades and damage the chopper quite heavily. Which, you know. As one of the things I always remember is, especially when you had chopper, you wanted to land on this thing, of course, but it was actually very finicky to try to land on it because your chopper could very easily slide off, and you couldn't land up high here where this is, because then your chopper would despawn after the boss fight. So you had to kind of land it where our boat is at the bottom there. Which was always one of the most finicky things in this game. I think we don't have access to this because, yeah, this door is where we would normally go in and that boss fight. I don't see if any here is open. Doesn't seem to be. Because yeah, normally you would exit through the side. Let's go back to our boat for a second. Or back to a boat. I don't know if this one's completely wedged. As yeah, my character's trying to make it to the driving spot, but is having some issues. I'm gonna go for the other boat. Because I remember there being a place we came out of. But also I remember jumping down to there, so I don't think we get to access this from that side, which, yeah, likely is indeed on that side of this thing. Because in here you fought a whole... I mean, all of these are of course viewable, like if you search for just raid bosses, Breakpoint, or something, then... okay, no, this door's closed as well. But yeah, that's where you would normally exit. After the boss fight, there would be boats in there, and then you would get out. Oh yeah, let's maybe indeed go and have a look at that one as well. Yeah, let's just go to the bivouac nearby. So this place has always looked like so weird. Skip that cutscene. And let's break a camp. I'm gonna put it to the next morning just so we don't have to deal with night. Night can be very annoying. It can also be very helpful, but it can also be very... But yeah, this place was always kind of cool visually as well. Just kind of like a lime marsh kind of thing. Which these things are actually real and can form at the bases of some volcanoes, basically. Which I learned from having played this game and going like, wait, this can't be real, and then going and looking it up and going, oh, this is real. And yeah, this area very much was always... this would be the first boss fight. You would have to kind of unlock it. Like, there was a whole thing that you did. You would come in from basically from here. Here, actually, the insertion zone. And then you would have a clue going like... the next clue is in one of the parts here. So it would be there in this ancient harbor or in this golem satellite, or it would be off in this chemical pipeline. And it would go like, okay, go find the clue over there, and then you would go find the clue over there, and the clue over there would be like, go do this thing over here, go destroy this thing or interact with this thing. Oh, as we have another behemoth. I'm gonna guess there's also other enemies here still. But yeah, normally you would clear out the entire base over there as well, because yeah, behind this. But then yeah, in where that behemoth now is where the boss fight would be. Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff overwatching it. Because yeah, normally as well, what would happen? Oh, he's gonna spot my drone. As a behemoths can spot a lot. They spot, they're very... I was hoping it wouldn't alert the rest of the base, but it did. So let's start the murdering. As that completely killed me out and did not give me the option to self-revive. As I was trying to stun it, which was hitting that point. And likely it was because I was set to extreme. Oh, that's the thing, of course, yeah. So there's that timer of still 35 seconds. Actually, take care of yourself, Toasty. I'm not really gettable. Right. Oh, well, that works too. And yeah, so the timer is there, and you can't respawn until that timer runs out, and that timer would be like in the raids, would be like 200 seconds. Are you gonna get it? Oh, amazing. And yeah, so there's also like that me like stumbling there kind of thing is there's also like injury mechanics and stuff. It's interesting that we lost aggro. That was funny. As we're both combat medics, turns out. As I said, that's the med pack. As indeed, you can run over this thing and get boosted health. Oh no, actually you have to pick them. So that seems like a good idea. Just inject yourself. I have it rebound, so I have it on my like mouse 4 button. So I don't know. I don't know the normal button for it. I have a lot of the buttons here rebound. So, but likely as well if you like one of the number keys as well. I feel. I think like maybe 4 or 5 is like the base normal button. So maybe if we want to take on this behemoth, maybe let's come in from the other side, clearing out that side first, and then fighting the behemoth, or fighting the behemoth from upstairs and not downstairs. I'm trying to see is there a bivouac other than, I mean, oh yeah, we'll go for that car indeed. And yeah, this area is very much designed still to like be raid-like and not very friendly to just being around here basically. And yeah, what that boosted thing helped me with is now I have 4 bars of health. So it's down there, and that buff stays for quite a while, which is nice. Which is like the medic's special ability. And self-reviving. Division 1 Nomad style. Dead boats down. Oh. Wait, I can only shoot. I can't poke out. That this vehicle sucks. Normally you stick your head out, of course, but you can't do that here apparently. I can't shoot behind us, which is normally a thing that you really want to do. Yeah, this is my field of shooting. Have a lot of people following us, so let's maybe deal with these guys.
I got hostiles over here.
This time I do have a self-revive. Oh. That from the behemoth? Yeah, it is. He really doesn't like us. I'm gonna take the long heal there. Hopefully not getting blown up in the while doing it. So that thing keeps firing at my last known position, so that's why it's like shooting over there. Don't let my stamina recover there. As in, now we're coming in from the other side of the fight, where we're overlooking the behemoth over there. Actually, this might be. Let's maybe kill some more of these guys before we. I got fully spotted. Let's see if I can put some pot shots at that behemoth. That exposed his weak point there. That there. Oh. That's it. Those missiles really hurt. He gets you with them. Surprised that. Oh, okay. There, his thingy's there. He has a weak point on this side, but it was actually kind of hard to see where it was. Although I also feel okay. There's an invisible wall there that I'm hitting, most likely, or at least seems to be. So, briefly checking where Toasty is, and also if I can help him. Let's shoot that guy. Oop. Let's see when there isn't an invisible wall. If there is one here as well, there isn't. I can't really hit me here, at least doesn't seem to. But those can. But I'm also hitting them in the weak points. I'm gonna take one of these. Though I'm running out of those as well, which is kind of annoying. Like it shifted attention over to Toasty, but actually it didn't really. Although while I'm keeping him busy, this can get in position and maybe. I was injured there, so my rolling was a little bit hampered. So I'm trying to select that and healing myself back up. Also, I can just do this. Let's see. Let's see again. Oh, okay. It doesn't need only, well, that one gave only 125 credits. Which seems a bit little. Because I'm trying to find shots on people. And there seems to be a lot of invisible walls here. For weird reason. Although most of the people also seem to be in here, so I'll just go deal with them.
You want a piece of me? Hit the hostile! Keep your heads down!
This is heavy. And they're heavily dramatic about their deaths. Ooh.
Yeah! Move it in!
I got a back massage there. With a shotgun. Not recommended. Kind of feels good, but I don't recommend it. Don't get back massaged by shotgun. So there's one guy left. So actually I've lost sight of Toasty.
Smoke
Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's over there. Oh. Something. Oh, hello. And yeah, the AI in here is a little bit simple. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's Toasty shooting at me. How dare you? So I'm trying to find the position to do a gracious dive. It's likely if there's a ladder or something over here. Oh. Yeah, explosives hurt your allies. So, but this works out fine because we get a very short timer because we're out of combat for the. Oh shit! Oh, that was my timer for. I thought that was my timer till revive, but that was my timer for self revive. As a actually, yeah, he's a combat medic or he's a medic too. Both of us have a drone that can like res people. As what I'm trying to do, I'm not sure this will work, but let's try. Oh, actually, it doesn't work at all. Will it work over here? Maybe? There we go. If there's an open hole, you can always base jump. It's kind of handy. Oh. That was the wrong button I held. And I jumped down and broke my leg. Let me fix that broken leg. And by because bandages fix everything, of course. I'm gonna get that one loot over there. Our high-end. Actually, what does this game call these things? What is the inventory? Does this have a name? Mostly like if like purple gear is differently named or something, then. But yeah, it uses the same scheme: gray, green, blue, purple, yellow, which is quite common, of course, in MMOs and stuff. But I'm trying to remember if it like names them as well, which I don't think it does here. Actually, yeah, elites being yellow is indeed elite. I remember being a thing. So these boosts are still here, so you know what? I'll inject myself with a needle, which I don't know what's in it. Oh yeah, that's actually what. Well, it's also on. Where are the resources? Is it? There's also like there's so many systems within this game. Like weapons have levels tied to them where you can upgrade them and get minor upgrades for them by inputting. So for instance, all of these saying mark trees means that it's a weapon type that I've upgraded, and I've taken my time to just upgrade every weapon type kind of. Has been one of the things that I have been doing. Then there's also what they've added here with this weapon mastery, where actually I get to upgrade one more here. Where you can upgrade specific weapon types to have more accuracy, handling, and mobility. That's also why my SMG is kind of like very powerful. Although of course this isn't damage at all, but yeah, it is like the handling talent or a handling stats of the game. And yeah, those kind of like, and then yeah, you had skills of like the main classes, and then you had all of these skills and stuff, and yeah, all of this kind of it's a little bit too much convoluted. It kind of like just makes it hard to like follow what's going on. Is there a boat here? Because yeah, let's maybe go to the north and go to the oh actually mark it as well. Yeah, these vehicles suck. I've just never shot out of them. Oh, that's a big group of them. Yeah, that's kind of the thing as well that I was guessing. Like, you can't lean out indeed as this because there's no door to lean on to lean out, so you can't. But just game mechanic wise, like they should just not have that be a thing. Like, just let the player lean out, even if it looks unrealistic or something. Let them have like one arm, like put one of their arms on like the bar there, and do it that way. Oh, can that thing drive on there? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, but yeah, this was very much one of the ways to assault this thing. So you could go by boat and assault it from underneath, but the smart thing to do was to come up here and take this route. Although actually you could take the boat to, there's like a platform halfway that you could kind of take the boat to. Let's see if I actually correctly remember. I remember there being a platform somewhere. Oh, I think it's all the way up there. You see a ladder kind of thing there. But yeah, there's this offshore thing. And yeah, especially if you had a chopper, like getting to stuff like this was so much easier than if you didn't have a chopper. And yeah, getting a chopper in was quite the hassle. Okay, yeah, I think that's the found it. So I'm actually gonna sit a little bit differently as my leg kind of cramped up there. That's why I was pulling some faces. As I'm proximity spotting everything going in here. Which is kind of nice. Although likely we'll get spotted going in. This place was always very hard to get in unspotted. Because it's pretty open. But yeah, one of the things you could always do as well, even on harder difficulties, is just keep moving and just hitting targets and pushing in and pushing in. If you got good at it, it actually even worked on higher difficulties, just because the enemies have issues tracking you, basically. Like, if they don't really know where you are, they take a second before they fire and stuff. For instance, there, the turret can't see me from where I'm standing, so I'll just finish him off like that. And these guys are underneath us. Trying to remember exactly where option was to shoot down. So I'll loot this thing. One of these chests is actually showing with an item in it, which is weird because I don't believe I should have any items left that I can get from here. Let's see what this gives. Oh, it gave a loot which is worth a few thousand credits, or 1,000 credits actually. So that's all it gave. And yeah, one of the things I always remember here as well is one of the chest positions could be, I think it's either up there or yeah, it was like on that platform. So yeah, trying to get in there with the chopper and stuff was always a whole hassle as well. Bal was the boss. Wait, what? Base we just did before. I think yes. So blow up a generator a little bit too close to me. Damaging myself. Because I'm trying to remember boss names. Like, yeah, Bal was, I think, that one. Because, yeah, Bal was there. And then there was... trying to remember the flying one. But I can't. And yeah, one of the things is as well, and I've done that on this map, is that... there is story-wise. There's basically if you go outside of bounds, basically you get attacked by a swarm that just kills you outright. So you can't leave the entirety of the map, which is quite common, of course, with open world games. But if you look at my map and you see this outer line here of me going around, that's me going to that edge, and then basically when it says like turn back, I would like. Try to like, so I've gone all the way around this in a boat, wasted a lot of time doing that. But yeah, I just had a podcast on, and that took likely like hours and hours and hours to go all the way around like this, because it is a pretty big game world. So like we are like that, and then like we are like just here, like this is just where we are. So yeah. That was quite a funny project. I was just going all the way around and getting all the way back to here to just see to how far you could go, because as well there was always this island group here, and this was planned. They've already said kind of this was planned as one of the other expansions. This island. But they never got to it. They did other things basically and never used this island. It's like covered by smoke and stuff. And is that? Oh, actually, yeah. So this is basically the one of the furthest points. Although actually, like likely that one is the furthest point up north, and that one to here, as Thirsty has said it there. Is indeed 50 kilometers away, 50.5 kilometers away. So yeah, it is a pretty big map, and getting through it takes some time and stuff. And that's kind of also what I enjoyed about this game, just mostly just exploring a little bit, because yeah, there's a lot of small stuff to explore, especially let's actually go into this city and just roam a little bit here. What's the easiest way to get in here? Because I kind of want to get to this thing, if we can. Yeah, let's head into here. Because yeah, there is a lot of just architecture stuff and just kind of like open viewership and stuff. Yeah, for instance, as well, like the big mountain, and also one of the things that I'm kind of proud of is I've revealed most of the map, which takes quite a while. Like there is nothing unrevealed on these maps, and basically every square is kind of like a square like this, like this, like this edge, and then this edge is per square. And one of the best ways to uncover the entire map is to actually, because if you go over with a chopper, you don't actually uncover it. But if you jump out and then parachute, while you're parachuting, you do uncover the map. Yeah, that took quite a while. And also, I think that was also, is that one of the stats here? Yeah, here. World discovery. I don't have just 100% of the world discovered. I have 101.1 0.68%, which is so close to being nice that I really want to go and discover a little bit more. Because, yeah. But yeah, my playtime being decently high in this game is very much down to stuff like that, of just trying to uncover everything and run around and poke everything. But I enjoyed my time doing it. Like, most of the time doing stuff, silly stuff like that. Kind of like with Division as well. Just like the long testing stuff is just put a good video on, put some YouTube videos on, and just grab this loot here, and then I'll jump in the car. Actually, I'll grab the gunner seat. No, actually, I didn't grab the gunner seat. Seat change, I think. Yeah, there we go. Having a minigun is kind of nice. But yeah, stuff like this looks very like new tech, modern kind of stuff. Actually, yeah. Oh, how about here? Just start murdering. But yeah, what this game really didn't do is do any real cities and stuff. Because, Wildlands kind of had that. Like, you had like, just cities. Cities where, like, it looked like people lived. Breakpoint, none of the cities really looked like places where people live. And they get staggered there, but I'll just finish off the last guy. And heal myself back up a little bit. We're kind of close to the spot. Because I remember it's one of these actually. Oh wait. Are we not? We're kind of close. Oh. I don't think you can drive up there. Is the thing. Because a lot of these places aren't also set to be like marked or anything. There might be collectibles or something, but for instance, this place, like this is like the big wig of this world's house is kind of like nearby here, kind of. And then he's built a whole monument kind of thing here, which is just like Art Deco kind of stuff. Map not fun. But yeah, there's a lot of like this kind of stuff where it's just like weird stuff where it's just like sitting around and just looking at stuff for like minutes. Especially this like main city stuff is kind of cool as well. But then also all of it is kind of like, I much rather prefer Wildlands, which was just favelas basically, was like cities that looked like they were lived in. As well, these cities look cool. They also look so sparse, and some of it is down to as well. So in Wildlands, you had a lot of civilians around, and you also had a lot of civilian traffic. Now, story-wise, in here, they basically is the story is that they locked down all of the city and stuff. So only traffic is just the patrols of the enemies. We went up in between two bridges. Okay, yeah, I haven't had much experience with the Far Cry's. 1, 2, and 3 is basically the ones I've played quite a bit of. I've seen a little bit of 4, and then not much of others. is that like this kind of architecture stuff is kind of cool looking. And a lot of the buildings as well are designed to be enterable and go into, like not all of these, but a lot of them are. Oh, actually, with skull credits just there. That's interesting. That I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, so a lot of the chests that are like that are with look a little bit different than the rest. Those are one-time opens. So I'm trying to figure out how I get there. They're likely through here. If I venture, I guess. Wait, do I get? Is it up here? Okay. These are 1k skull credits, but yeah, once you loot them, they're looted forever. And then there is chests that are just normal items and stuff, and they will respawn basically every time you load into the game, basically. And I'm surprised I haven't gotten these, which basically means I haven't been in this area. Because usually as well, so here it doesn't have one, but here, for instance, it shows that I've acquired all of the items here, all of the items here, all of the items here. But then yeah, some of these ones don't have one of those markers, making it a little bit harder to know if you've gotten everything. I guess I can climb over somewhere. Oh, actually here. No, actually not there. Let's go the other way around. As I am beaten by a puzzle. The easiest puzzle ever of can you find your way around a building? I have failed at that puzzle in real life quite often as well. And also like, this is like futuristic car pods and stuff. Complete overkill design stuff. Oh, there's another one over here actually that I don't have yet. Just surprising. I would have thought I've been most places by this point. Here. Those thieves found the car he was after, which is a nice electrical one. Because these ones are very much the Tesla cars, and they very much are also like electrical. Which when this game kind of came out, of course, I was a little bit more, you know, new. Nowadays, I feel everybody has some experience with electrical cars and stuff. But it's funny that these cars actually don't just crash and burn that easily. Where electrical cars are not very well made to withstand weapon fire or anything. Hey, on this car I can actually go all the way out. Yeah, let's do some drive-bys. Then I was shot on that guy. Oh, I'm out of rounds on that thing. So I'll be pistoling, turns out. Jesus, we got that's not very. Oh, oh, yep. We take the sports car variant. and continue our escape. Oh, this thing is pretty fast. But yeah, a lot of these roads and stuff are pretty cool looking and stuff. Like visually, the game is pretty impressive actually. As it says that it brakes like a train. See if I can even land a shot on target with a pistol at these kind of speeds. But one of the things was as well in Wildlands, the driving was actually a little bit kind of like GTA 4 kind of actually. It was very much very floaty and was but kind of makes sense as well because yeah, when you're chasing something and stuff, when it feels like a racing game, it's too easy kind of. You kind of need that floaty kind of feel for having a good game for chases and stuff, I feel. So let's go actually to the middle, indeed. If there's a path with it. There's a bridge to our... yeah, take a left and a right. And hey there, Doom. So we're divisioning in a different world. We're not agents currently. Can that thing... okay, it can't get up here. I was like... Then I'll still get in. Out of SMG rounds, still. Is I still on top of the thing? That well, got hit by sniper there, and got another hit as well by a shotgunner, likely. Yeah, that's a shotgunner. As I self-res. As I, they're getting stun locked like that, it never feels great. As it, there's the sniper. There we go. And then I just use these. There's a sniper back there as well that has already seen us. We'll just go in. So I would love to get some SMG ammo along the way as well, but yeah. But yeah, this is like the government building of this place. And also, all of these civilians are way too, like, we're dudes with guns. Like, these guys are like, oh, you should get out of here. Oh, what are you doing here? Kind of stuff, and it's just, yeah. We have killed many a civilian in my day. Just for them being, you know, a little bit too uppity. Let's actually see if, well, these guys don't. Especially scientists and stuff do that a lot.
Please. Hey, leave me alone.
Stay away. Why are you here?
What do you want?
Like, really? That's your response? Someone with a gun walking up to you. And these things can spot you as well. They're just like, kind of like police droid kind of things. But yeah, especially like the architecture on this thing is pretty cool. See if I can shoot that thing out of the sky. I'm gonna kill these guys, hopefully getting some SMG ammo, which it did give me, so let's go get that. Well, actually, the ammo in this game is also kind of interesting. It's actually not per like type, as it is with Division. It is per, like, this SMG uses 9mm ammo. You can have ARs that are using 5.56. You can have ARs that are using 7.62, which that one isn't. These are all 5.56. That one's 5.56. Like this sniper is using 7.62, but then you could have AR as well with 7.62. So you want to try to, okay, for instance, an AK is using a 7.62. Of course, in real life, Western 7.62 isn't Russian 7.62 because they have different lengths. But here, of course, they're condensing all of that. As also, for instance, all of the big snipers are using .338 ammo. But for instance, yeah, an M82 is of course using 50 cal ammo, which like isn't represented in here. But also, yeah, weapons wise, it's kind of a cool, like, cool.
Hostile in sight. There.
Toasty disconnected or crashed or left. Or... okay. There we go. As I missed that chat message there, but yeah, Toasty has had his fill and is heading over. As I said, that's the reason my NPC allies responded. So I was confused there for a second. But yeah, weapon-wise as well, like there's like in my collection of weapons I've kept, because one of the things as well, having the raids only drop gear score 300 stuff. So all of the items you get outside of the raid are going to be below that. So that means that doing the raids, you just get random weapons. So with a lot of the weapons there as well, kind of like with Division, it forces you to like just go in with whatever you have. So for instance, here I have like now if I were to do the raid, I would always get gear score 300 items, but you would increase from 250 up to 300 slowly. And that meant that, for instance, these weapons that are going up to 300 here that I've still kept, these were weapons that I had before I reached the 300 point. And then here, all of the weapons that I have since the 300 point. But yeah, so just farming in the open world and stuff and doing normal stuff, I wouldn't get, you only get 250 gear. So I wouldn't find anything to replace any of these, just farming open world. I would have to go do more raids. And it being that way kind of forces you, for instance, I never liked the MB5, really. But I got a really good one that I wanted, plus 30 handling, plus 25 automatic marking. I really want that automatic marking especially. And it being that weapon meant that, like, yeah, suddenly I used that weapon quite a bit. And especially, for instance, on some of these others. So, for instance, the Goblin is one of the weapons you get from one of the raid bosses. And that one, for instance, has a fixed 30 damage to drones, and then I have a 300 one of those. I'm trying to remember which other ones were. Oh yeah, Baal was actually. Was Baal the last boss then? No, Baal was, or actually, I don't remember. Or wait, no, this is the one you got from the first boss, and then Goblin was from the flying boss, and then the Vector was from the computer boss. This Vector. So this Vector is actually kind of funny because it's actually like the real Vector kind of, which is no recoil. This weapon has no recoil. So if I actually equip it and just fire, it's just no recoil. So you can have those kind of laser beam things, but of course it's a little bit weaker than other weapons. So there's that. Oh, we even had the. Oh yeah, we had a bunch of weird weapons as well in here. For instance, this patchwork weapon, this honey badger and stuff. ACS-12s, multi-grenade launcher. So in here, multi-grenade launcher is just a normal weapon. You can just get it. It doesn't need special ammo that you have to get. Trying to see if I have any. Oh yeah, this one was from one of the bosses as well, the boss G12, which I actually don't remember what it did. But yeah, basically having gotten a bunch of weapons at 300, and then like those became then the weapons that like I ran because I got an MPX, for instance, that I also kind of didn't like, but it is with good stats that I do like and stuff. So, but yeah, for instance, this MP5 is what became my main weapon because it had the things that I wanted. And for instance, this SVD as well, having extra range, meaning that it has less bullet drop, and then technique cooldown is having a faster recharge of that self revive, which can be handy, of course. You need multiple raids. Yeah, indeed. And yeah, indeed, you have to basically the first raid you would need 4 raids, I believe, or no, you would need 5 raids in total. Each one taking you up by 12 and a half, and then the 5th one would give you the at 300 level. And yeah, that was quite the grind back in the day. It was quite fun going into the raids, trying to get items to get better at the raids. Because also, the better your items were and stuff, the better your gear score was. You could kind of make it easier for yourself. As let's go to the top of the world. Oh, I'm in a fight still. Let's see if I can disengage.
Got a hostile over there.
Alright, we've disengaged already. I don't remember which one of these was the highest. I guess that one. There's a cap on marking, I think 60. You can check on stats page. Cap on marking. There's a set cap at 50 that they say, but you cap at 65. Or well, you can get 65. There's supposed to cap at 50, but they never did it correctly. If I remember correctly. Because I have 25 from that, 25 from this, and then 15 from this. And I've tested it to be like up to that range as well. But it's supposed to, I think, cap at 50 is the stat how it says it. As here we're in the mountain tops. Is this the highest point? Kind of. I mean, well, of course, that is the highest point, but we're pretty high up. But yeah, for instance, especially like just jumping off here and just doing this was. Like this is I always enjoyed these kinds of things in Wildlands as well, of just exploring like this kind of basically. As trying to see, is there a behemoth fight? I remember there being a behemoth fight around here somewhere, but I think it's the other way. Also, it might be. From one of these, or maybe actually up here, I think maybe then. Oh, actually, this is the highest point. Actually, I should just gonna. I remember it being easy to spot for in some way which one was which ones were behemoths. Like this one's a behemoth. Is it that double circle? No. But that's murmur as well. But yeah, just the draw distance and stuff. Of course, now it's hiding it a little bit in fog as well, but sometimes there isn't much fog there, and you can have very far view distances. And yeah, just doing that on a technical aspect is kind of impressive already. Yeah, and thanks for joining there, Toasty. Actually, it was fun running with you, and yeah, enjoy your night. I won't be going much longer as well as the yawnings have started. So I'm checking what is underneath me. A battery farm. Let's go lakeside here. But yeah, you can hang in the air for quite a while, especially if you start high, and the ground is of course like dropping underneath us, away from us as well. So it's we can go quite the distance. And yeah, I won't be going way late because I want to get up decently early tomorrow. Work a little bit on some stuff. Maybe continue work on the reality emote. As I had it mostly done, so I kind of want to just finish that. So hit the ground here, and of course my allies warp into existence right away. As I said, especially in this game, there's way too many villas, like big.
Let's see what we got here.
Like just way too opulent buildings.
Check it out, go sleep.
But they are cool looking, I won't deny that. What I'll do here as well, just for easiness, I'm gonna put it back then to advanced instead of extreme. Although even there, for instance, yeah, in extreme, because I'm in gear score mode, if I were to swap over to ghost experience mode, I would actually get one shot basically on extreme. But because of the gear score mechanics and how those work in this game, I could take quite a few hits basically. Yeah, these guys are pretty blind, although I'm a pretty bad shot. so that all evens out. Wait, what spotted the dead body? Where is this thrown?
Hostile identified.
Oh, there was that drone.
Located a bad guy over there. Damn it, they know.
Yeah, in Wildlands as well, this was always the case, is one of the best defenses is just moving around a lot, just moving fast, not just fighting defensively, but just moving towards the enemy at all times, kind of thing. Because the AI doesn't really know how to deal with that now. They're kind of chasing the last position they see, like that I've been spotted, but I'm already no longer there, and then I will intercept them and just stab them through the wall. Because why not stab them through the wall? Does that float? 0 out of 10. Ball does not float in water. Uninstall. It's a lot of like villages like this in this game, and I would much rather have that aesthetically the wildland villas and stuff. But actually, yeah, gameplay wise and stuff, I do quite enjoy this game a lot. I think the shooting is a little bit better. I think I kind of like the gear score system and stuff, just that progression kind of thing. But that's of course also I'm a Division player, so that kind of makes sense. As for instance, as well, let's go over here. I always like this base as well, and this base is also like humongous always. That is the base, and there's a bunch of missions that were here. But of course, with all of these, you can just engage them if you want to. Actually, you know what I'll do? Seeing as we're at the BVAC anyway, let's grab the thing that has the Azrael drone by swapping tactics to Pathfinder. Let's put it over there. And the knights in there look is quite cool as well. I actually have one of the beacons available here. Yeah, so what this class has as their specialty is that they can call in this Azrael drone, which is the same thing that like earlier spotted me and made it so that we was fighting some wolves. But then yeah, this can just well, all of the enemies are of course shown here already, kind of, but you can also like use this thing, which will basically pulse the enemies. So that before you go into a zone, you already kind of know where everything is. And actually what it can do as well is actually do strikes. So especially in multiplayer, that's kind of useful, where like when it starts to go bad, you call this thing in and basically have a like AC-130 kind of deal hanging over you guys and just taking care of everything. And yeah, it's for a limited time, so I'm just gonna send a few last pulses out, making sure I've spotted most of the things.
Got an Armoros drone on station, ready for uplink.
Let's see. Let's go assault a big base. Let's see if we can keep it silent as for as long as we can, kind of thing.
Don't ignore me. The rocket gunner does that. I hate it.
Actually, well, I have NPC teammates again, so I'll just let them kill these.
Prepared to fire. I'm locked on the hostile. Radio op as good as dead.
And I'll just fire like that, and they will fire as well. Right? So we're landed on the back side of the base, meaning that the generator for the base is right here, and the generator will disable all of the turrets and stuff. So they can do quite easily here is just go in here and just turn everything off. So that they don't have mortars, they don't have turrets. If it does go like loud, then those two things don't exist. And also what I'll do as well, let's put a C4 on it, just in case somebody comes over and resets it, but they don't do that during the day. If you turn it off during the night, the lights go off and stuff, and they come just inspecting what's going on. But I might use it as a distraction maybe later as well. Because I'll mark those two.
Clear. They're gone.
Well done.
Those guys take 2 shots, although even I took 3 because I missed one. But that's just me being bad, not a mechanic of the game. There's the Archimedes Hall.
absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I know. It's scary. I feel like everything is out of control. Spare me.
And I didn't even kill the civilian. It is also funny that like those civilians just stay there and just don't even like raise a ruckus or anything. Because in Wildlands they did. But they don't anymore. Two men there, two men there. And sometimes just the like
Sweet shot, good
just sneaking through a base like this, I kind of enjoy. I also really enjoyed it in Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of thing. Trying to do entire bases silently. Now in this game, it's a little bit too easy, especially at the tools and levels that I have, because I have a lot of bonuses from having completed the game basically and gotten all of the perks, all of the stuff like that, making me a lot stronger than like when you start out.
Moving to the target.
Good to go.
Target escaped.
Ghost lead. Hostiles in the wind.
Right.
Got a hostile.
So what I'll do is actually unmark these two because they're inside. Mark these two.
Marking a breacher.
And I'll kill the heavy.
I'll show you the area.
Now everything's crystal clear. Hostiles down, Ghost lead.
That guy's coming this way, so might as well.
We are wild.
Might as well take care of him.
That's the stuff. Got one. Over there.
Yeah, whenever that car kind of spots something, then this is going to become a fight, because shooting at that thing, destroying that thing will cause an explosion. So from that point on, it'll be a big fight. I'll go get my loot, because of course I will. But also that thing might be just staying in the middle there.
Moving to position. Ready, Ghost lead.
Roger that. Moving now. Killed him.
Well done.
Copy, boss. Moving there. Way to get some.
Clearing the outsides. Leaving that drone for last. I'm curious to see where are all these guys then. Oh wait, they moved back in kind of on that side. Okay. That's dangerous because they might spot a dead body.
Roger.
But yeah, having the teammates and having the ability to like just snipe out to like those kinds of enemies is a little bit silly.
Okay, Ghost lead. We're clear.
That's kind of the reason likely that they didn't put the companions in the like the original game, because yeah, people would use them the same way as that in Wildlands, and just having them be nice and OP.
Roger.
I can like just mark enemies that are
Let me get a clean shot.
all across the map.
Maneuvering to the
There
target.
we go.
Set here, boss. Hostile slipped away.
They'll-
Ready, Ghost Lead. Boss, the target moved out. We're clear. They're gone.
Rock and roll.
As I would just have the inside of the building here and the outside here. But this is just gonna get marked.
Killed him.
Nice shooting.
Easy move. You can press and hold Q as well to initiate that, like the kill shot. But I usually just shoot the ground. As yeah, holding. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't want to do the thing that it's meant to do, making it you know, a little bit too inconsistent.
Target. Getting in position. Ready, boss.
It's surprising that they didn't catch any of the dead bodies I left over there.
Got him. They're down.
Good hits.
All quiet in my area.
What are you doing here?
That like these guys, like, what are you doing here? Like, guys, that were like, yeah.
The rocket gunner does that. I hate it.
What the hell was that? Huh. Strange.
And nobody even spotted us. Oh. Actually, oh yeah, you can pick them back up actually. And yeah, so well, the only thing left is that drone car.
Get a clean shot.
I'm gonna put a shot on him.
Got the drone sighted.
That thing always explodes. I'm also gonna. Wasn't it Q? Was it G? You know. Or maybe I did blow it up, but it was too far away to kind of render. Or just do it like this. Yeah. Yeah, some of these areas like this is also kind of cool. And it's cool that a lot of the interiors are just like made as well. This kind of stuff is what a lot of games skip. Division, of course, as well. Like there aren't many interiors to buildings, especially like even like having like these stairs. I don't think I've seen be used in anywhere else because they wouldn't fit in as well. Like they're specifically made, like the design of them, the 3D model of them, basically specifically made just for this area, just for this this one place. And yeah, those kind of stuff, like yeah, the not many design houses can kind of compete with the big boys of like Ubisoft and like EA and those kind of guys.
What are you doing here?
As I, this is like one of the supercomputer things they're making as well. Because yeah, some of the missions revolve around the space as well and stuff. Actually, what was the one base we would assault over and over again? I think it's this one, right? Yeah, Camp Kodiak. Is it? So all of these bases do have, oh well, not actually all of them, right? Yeah, no. So all of these Wolves bases do have a gear score there, so where it says 250 plus. That means that these guys would always be scaled to 250 plus. Now, of course, all of the enemies here, because I'm 300, they're all scaled to 250. But they wouldn't be, of course, at the start of the game. But like, even if you were like just starting the game and at the like gear score 1, these guys would still be 250, meaning that they would literally one-shot you, even with a SMG from like across the map. So, For instance, this one is 50 plus and stuff like that. And yeah, this one was one that we would often farm, especially if we wanted to get people geared up quickly to do the raids with them. Because yeah, they would get much better loot out of this place than any other place. As I'm trying to remember, wait, we went this way. As especially wolf camps usually end up in a fight because they're a lot more compact and something will get spotted. That one was, for instance, very wide and like people were spread out. Usually with like this camp, if it is this is the one that I was remembering. It's very compact and stuff, so there's enemies like way close to each other. And there's a bunch of drones, as I already hear the humming of drones.
Just saw a Moss gunner.
And first things first, of course. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Sniper in the area. Copy, boss. Moving there. Visual on camp, Commander.
Roger, moving.
Wolf sighted.
Wolf inside.
Hostile down, Ghostly.
Nice shooting.
Let's make this loud because it's gonna be loud anyway.
I've ID'd a ground drone.
And I'm gonna set my allies to shoot down those drones because I dislike having to shoot them down myself. But they will just one-shot them out of the sky. I'll go loot this first and then take the shot.
I've marked a wolf on target. I'll give you a better look.
Now they can't hide.
Yeah, she's using her pulse ability. As I'll open up on that thing.
See for yourself.
Hostiles are ready for presence.
Got a wolf on target.
HVT's making a break for it.
And that guy. Those guys are money carriers. They'll try to escape basically the second that combat kind of starts. They'll try to escape. If you shoot them before they get into a vehicle, you'll get a bunch of extra credits. A bunch, like 200k or 200k, 200. Gonna blow that thing up as well. Okay. Pulse in this game as well. It's very strong. So one of the things is there's a bunch of snipers over there somewhere. And they'll spot me as well in a second. They'll take pot shots at me. But I'm surprised actually that I'm not been fully spotted yet. That's going to change in a second.
Reconning for location. Moving to contact. Contact, find the location. PID and eliminate the threat.
No. Ran out of ammo.
He's ready to fire.
Drone's ready for action.
The drone will give us an extra edge. That'll show him.
Trying to see where that sniper is, just by sniper glint or anything.
Sniper's about to shoot at us.
I'm gonna just, my allies will try to keep me safe usually. I'll just go out and spot these guys. Is it the snipers? Just like in the Division, they're very much the dangerous target. Now what I'll do is just mark them. That one too.
It'll be missed.
Have the wolf covered.
me being 300, yeah, I can take a bunch of shots. Although there, for instance, yeah, I did, like, hello? I thought I swapped a pistol, but that wasn't the case. Maybe this guy isn't shooting at me. Okay, he could have easily killed me. That's a grenade. It wasn't really on target, so that worked out for me. Let's bandage back up. Your ally NPCs kind of keep enemies off of you. And when you were back in the days when they didn't exist, the game would very much turn into you getting pushed really hard if you were like, was kind of like in Division as well. Like if you are outnumbered, they will push you pretty hard. But here, just because there's allies shooting at them if they try to come in, that means that they're a little bit more hesitant to do so. As there's really only one guy left, like really. So let's go stabby stabby. He's over there. Actually, I have this, of course, which is quite useful for moments like this. Apparently, I can't climb over that. But yeah. Stealth mode on, and then hello. You've been ghosted. Which is the tagline, of course, of the ghosts. It's, you've been ghosted. And yeah, seeing as I'm out of combat there, that means that everybody's dead. I'll go around and loot a little bit here. Yeah, all of these bases are kind of fun to try and stealth, and most of them also can be done that way, especially because you have also tricks as well. You have like stuff like this, where you can throw an thing to like the coin in Hitman kind of thing of just throwing a empty casing to like get enemies to move to where you need them to move. It gives you a lot of tools actually to deal with them. And yeah, here we have an ally locked away, or well, just the NPC that we can unleash on the enemies. Although it's always funny in this space, especially there's this one guy basically in the jail always, and yeah, you can release him. He'll go and grab a weapon, actually, like what they do there, and then just start fighting. One guy just assaulting a base like this on his own doesn't end well. Surprising. Here's also one of the other mechanics of this game. Do I still have a body of one of the wolves? I do, this guy. Let's press and hold G. There, you have some of these buildings, like the one over there, where the door is closed. But if you bring an enemy close, they like have basically like the Metal Gear Solid key cards on them, but you can't take the key card, so you just take the entire body. Yeah, that door is normally closed even if you walk up to it, but if you walk up to it with an enemy, it opens for you, and these are usually like the storage closets of like having a bunch of stuff in them. So you can resupply on some of your explosives and stuff like that. Which was always like a silly mechanic, but it's just mostly there so that you can't quickly just grab everything in there, but you kind of need to go grab a body and then push into there and then like do it that way. So here's, well, I'm just going to check that if there's any syringes in here, because I've used quite a few. It's likely there I'm full already on them as well. So yeah, let's go back to Erewhon, which is like the base of operations of this game. And that will also likely be it for me for today, as yeah, we did quite a bit of ghost reconning while searching for a breakpoint of where the ghosts recon. I'm also kind of curious, actually. Shouldn't tab out during the loading screen because that makes loading screens take forever. Let me wait for the loading screen to complete and then tab out. So yeah, grab another nice big cherry or a nice big strawberry.
What's up? I'd give anything to be.
Hey, Nomad. I got something you might find interesting.
And it's interesting to see him that these players don't, the ones not standing around that table, basically. All of these guys are actual people. They are alive, also up on the internet. And yeah, there is still always. I mean, of course, it's not many people, but there is still always people like playing this game. And there is actually some like forms of random matchmaking here as well. Although I've never used it in this game. To me, in these kinds of games, it never makes sense for me. To random matchmake basically. Mostly as well as I usually have had people to play with that are like going in with set groups basically. Actually, I made it up to 40k. Can I buy any of these things? Nope. 50, 50, and 60. The blueprint was 45.
Are you ready for this fight?
Well, one of these days I'll come back a little bit and mess around with that. As also, yeah, this area is always kind of cool. This is inside of a mountain. It's hidden away with some netting and stuff everywhere, and yeah, design-wise is kind of cool. And then here is usually as well all of the people that you save kind of end up here. So you save this researcher. This guy is kind of like the, I wouldn't say Elon Musk kind of, well, maybe Elon Musk of this game kind of thing. Although actually smart and not just buying companies.
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
But yeah, visually this game has always been impressive, and it's now like a so many year old game at this point. As here's our Holt, one of our wildland buddies that got disabled. And yeah, especially as well, the cosmetics in this game have also always been kind of cool. As for instance, the loadout I'm running here is mostly gear. So you can kind of do the same thing as Division of like having some gear and then having the visual of the gear be different. For me, this is mostly the gear that I just run. This apparently as well. I've gotten some new accessories. I wonder what those are. It's unlikely for me to still get any items. But yeah, you can kind of... You also have loadout slots as well. Because yeah, this kind of looks like my Division character, of course. And wait. Alright, that one. I get this like my character 1 in Division, which is kind of what this one is based on as well, kind of. And yeah, you have a lot of cosmetics to play around with, and these very much are items from the raid, and kind of make you look like some of the bosses of the main like the main fights of the original campaign, which is like these bosses. Kind of looks like some of them basically. Wolf-like, which is our enemies, but trying to look like them. And actually, do you like playing with AI more than not? Depends. Here I'm using them for easiness. Usually, sometimes I turn them off for actual challenge, because if you have them like having that shooting through walls mechanic, is just way too easy. It's just makes the game way too easy. And in firefights as well, they cover your way pretty strongly. But yeah, I'm kind of split on it. I kind of understand why they're so like good, and also like they're too good. Kind of. And I'll just say Abu. Even though the 416 and the 4s have 100 round mags and do the same damage per shot, therefore those 161 more for great work. Can't hear because I'm not sorry. Ah, okay. Actually, well, yeah, of course, a lot of the weapons and balancing in this game is not well done. It's very noticeable that some weapons, as there is, of course, as well. People have made burst and DPS, like burst DPS and sustained DPS tables for all of these weapons as well in here, and where Division is a bit more balanced. These are very much not. Some weapons are supremely outliers, although they get balanced a little bit with stuff like range, and they're like the soft stats, basically. Their range, their mobility, their handling, their accuracy and stuff. From what I remember, like the Goblin was very high in those burst DPS. The A2 was very high in there. And the lists are online, so interested. But yeah, then you have stuff like this Vector Quantum, which it just doesn't have recoil, so you can just put it on a target and just beam the target down, which can have its own usefulness, and it kind of like this ball is an LMG that kind of is like the Division LMGs, where it like increases accuracy while shooting. So it's wide, and then it becomes narrower as you start firing with it. But yeah, it's very much not a game made to be balanced in any way. And then they try to put raids in it, which requires a little bit of balance. He's there. Yeah, I mean, it's just marking and then just that's all I use them for, because the cool thing is at least they automatically basically deploy their combat stuff once combat starts. That Fury that does the pulsing, she automatically does that when there are enemies nearby, so you don't have to like micromanage them. You just have them on, and then like they just help a little bit. But yeah, that's going to be mostly it for me, because I do feel the tiredness coming on. So, but yeah, it was fun to mess around with a different game for evening. Talk about a different game, just for the variety. The tomorrow's Division will be a little bit more fresher because of it. I hope, I feel. Yeah, actually, one thing I wanted to check before was how today's release did, which I'm not expecting much of, because it's kind of a weird subject. I'm curious to see how many people are even interested in such a subject. It hasn't done very well, which has been the case a little bit for all of the releases recently. Mostly because, yeah, I know a lot of people are basically on vacation from Division till either Golden Bullet starts or the next season starts. Some, and then for others, it's the season. But yeah, I'll keep putting out some stuff, keeping the good stuff till the end of the seasons completely. But yeah, I have ghost reconned myself into breaking the points And yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with some Division, as expected as well. Of course, the viewership here was a lot lower, but I don't care about that as much. I want to show a few different games because likely for the next one or the next Thursday, I'll either do War Thunder or Eve. I was thinking maybe as well. Although in both of them, my account is I don't play them actively anymore. Kind of like Breakpoint. Breakpoint, I once in a while peek in here, especially when maintenance is on. Like sometimes when maintenance is on, I either go into Breakpoint or I go into Division 1, which can be just going and doing something in a similar game which isn't the same game. But yeah, so yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with some Division, and I'll be adding, because I've made basically 3 builds on my alt account that I need to add to the build collection, so I will do those. We'll be doing that for the first hour, and then we'll find something to do, something to farm, something to do. I think I've done all of the challenges and stuff, all of the leagues and stuff. I don't believe I need to do any of those left. But we'll find something. Finding something to do is usually easy. So yeah, thank you all for those that have joined, for joining me, and those that are sticking around and stuff. I'm gonna end this rambling, as I also did a rambling talk today, so I'm rambling way too much, and just gonna end this and go to bed, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. And indeed, as Spoon says there, as always, have a good night.